Gives a minute. D-Live stream. Well, g'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It has just gone 3:03 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content. You're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I see Zaya, I see Hendrik, I see Nana B, I see James in Germany, I see 4 crew, and therefore 4 cheerses, because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit chat. This glass, that microphone, for some reason, when they touch each other in some demented shape, that becomes the cheers. I'm not too sure why either. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 freaking cheerses! By the way, a little rough entry there, a little rough landing on the stream. I forgot I had my heater on and it was blaring at me, so I went and turned it off. That's why that was a little black there. And there's a mosquito right behind my camera. Where is it? Where is it? It's going to annoy me. Okay. You live for a little while longer, Mozzie. If I see you, though, I'm going to... I see it again. There it comes. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out. Oh, it's stuck. I can't get to it, but if it happens, it'll happen. Zaya. Hello. Hello, Zaya. Hendrik. Yeah, I watched this the other day. That's the end of the last stream. In the chat there. Nana B with a little love heart. James in Germany. Morning Gives. How you doing, James? Good to see you, man. Giggle Pickles. Hey, Giggles. How you doing down there? You okay? Good, good, good. Morgan Giggles. James. Giggle Pickles. Morgan. James. Folks, Wednesday cryptocurrency streams. I really love these streams. It's a chance to really get deep and dirty on crypto and go hardcore. This week, well, I've got a lot of requests here, but one of the ones we're going to look at is Algorand. Algorand, I don't know anything about it. We're going to learn about it. We're going to look at their website, and then we're going to take 3 different videos explaining Algorand and why you may want to invest in it. Before we go deeper though, of course, none of this information should be considered financial advice. Do I look like a financial advisor? Heck no. So, consider the advice I've got for you simply that. Advice, not financial advice. 1 second. Excuse me. Did you see the golly come out? I actually hooked up a bit of a golly. It caught me on the arm on the way out. Yes, so none of this information should be regarded as financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm barely an advisor, let alone a financial advisor. So don't take this as financial advice. Take this merely as commentary, suggestions, and my take on things, and you may choose to do whatever you damn well please. I'm not responsible for what you do with the information that I give because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know how often I got to say that, but just to make certain, there it is. The other thing that's been on my mind, this fluctuation in hang on. Frozen TRX gives you energy in your Tronlink wallet. Now you need that energy when you transact on the Tron exchange. you either burn energy and bandwidth, or if you have neither of those, you actually burn liquid TRX. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I transact on the Tron blockchain a fair bit by staking on DLive, staking my BTT on DLive, and Bankroll.network rolling those divs over. So the last few weeks, we noticed that you needed to have around about 120,000 frozen. I always say that wrong. 120,000 energy from the equivalent amount of frozen TRX. Now there's a bit more of that golly on my shirt. I did manage to acquire 120,000 energy due to extreme generosity. Oh man, there's more spit all over me. I spat everywhere. Through the extreme generosity of Comtech, a couple of weeks ago, donated a bunch of TRX to me. Then I went and bought some more, and I did freeze enough to get to 120,000 energy. The idea behind that is that if you have that amount, it's kind of like the rough amount that, well, DLive mentioned that in their information, that's the minimum you need roughly to not burn any liquid TRX. The idea is that you don't want to burn your liquid TRX when you can just burn energy and bandwidth, and then you wait a couple of days and that builds back up. Now, of course, what happened was, I don't know, I still don't know why. No one's been able to really explain it, but I got to 120,000 energy and I was like, sweet, now I can transact on the Tron blockchain without burning any of my TRX. Great, awesome. The next day I went in there, it had dropped down to about 79,000. And we were looking at that thinking, what is that? Like, what? I don't think I'd ever seen my value of energy change, because I thought the concept was that you're freezing liquid TRX to no longer partake in any blockchain transactions. Well, the fluctuations, I guess. Like, the value of TRX changes daily. We know that. That's like any crypto. But if you've frozen it for the sake of generating energy, you're no longer susceptible to the changes in the market, is what I thought. And I still don't know if I'm right. Yo, Vanfreak, 4-month substreak, dude. I'm going to do 4 taps. I'm going to tap the table however many times the substreak is for. In this instance, there's 4 from you. Thank you, Vanfreak. How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the 4-month support, dude. I appreciate you. Yeah, so, by the way, I need to have a swig of this. Just hold on a second. Wow, that's really good. So I don't know why your energy would change. All told, it was down to around about 79,000 for about 2 days. And then miraculously, I looked back in there. Well, actually, Comtech alerted me, and it was back to 120,000. So who is responsible for that? Why did it happen? And I did a little testy McTest. You don't need anywhere near that amount to stake in on DLive. I made a stake on DLive. The hell was that noise? I made a stake on DLive the other night, and I noted I only burnt about 19,000. No, you shouldn't use the word burnt. I only consumed about 19,000 energy and about maybe 400 bandwidth. So you definitely don't need 120,000 energy to transact on DLive. But the question I've got, do you need that amount to transact on the Bankroll.network? So what I want to do on this stream up front is go to Bankroll.network, have a look at my divs on Stronghold, and then roll that shiz over and see how much my energy that does consume. My reasoning here is, and I think Safe kind of alerted to this last week, the value of your energy changes because there was a forking of Tron. If I understand correctly, I don't know anything more about that. I don't even know if that's exactly accurate. But again, because I thought if you've frozen TRX, you're no longer playing the game of crypto, if you like. It's frozen. It's untouchable. And as a reward, oh, there's that mosquito. Come on. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Dude, I had 2 opportunities. This is the mosquito that would not die. All right, off you go. Continue to fly around and bug me, you little bug. Guess that's his job. Yeah, that's what I thought. But maybe I'm wrong, and I mean, I've left the live stream up on YouTube. Why does your TRX? Why does your energy value change? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm leaving this one up as well. I would like somebody. Hey, Justin Sun, I'm thinking of you. I'm on your network here. I'm on your DLive machine. Can you tell me what the hell's going on with that? How does that even work, dude? If you freeze liquid TRX, you're willingly saying, I'm not partaking in any exchanging here. I'm freezing it at this value, and you're going to give me this amount of energy and this amount of bandwidth. If you've chosen energy and bandwidth, you could have chosen blah, blah, blah. If you've chosen those 2, you're going to give those back to me in return to the value of what the frozen TRX is. So therefore, that's no longer susceptible. That mosquito's back. Got him. Right there. You see that? Oh, it fell off. Here. You see it? There, in my finger. Got him. Yeah. Anyway, I guess there's bigger fish to fry than that little mosquito. Van Frick, a frozen TRX is valued the same as a liquid TRX no matter when you froze it. No. But the change of energy and bandwidth sounds strange. Maybe the frozen value depends on amount of frozen tokens, which will be fluctuating a lot. That's not how... I mean, I was being silly about saying no to you, because you might be right, and in that case...
Rob Mack donated $5 towards the Jack Behind Me Fund. Thanks. Cheers gives.
Rob Mack, the first one to donate to the Jack Behind Me Fund for a long while. Dude, thank you so much, man. That's going to go towards a special bottle of Jack that always lives behind me for 10 weeks. That one there is we're looking for a Tennessee Taster from Jack Daniels, retail of about $2.20 in Australia. Thank you so much. We haven't heard that donation alert for a long time. In fact, it frightened me for a second. That's how long it's been since we've heard that. It frightened me. Thank you, Rob Mack. Cheers, my friend. And welcome to the chat too. Cheers, Gibbs. So you're choosing a time in history to freeze some liquid TRX. At that point, whatever the frozen amount is what the value was of the liquid TRX. Now, once you go forward from there, anything can happen on the market, anything can happen on the exchange. The value can go up and down, but you've frozen that. And therefore, it's locked to that value. So the energy that you receive from that frozen transaction should never fluctuate, in my mind. And again, I'm no expert here. I don't pretend to be. But I'm curious. And what you've said doesn't make sense to me, Van Frick. A frozen TRX is valued the same as a liquid TRX no matter when you froze it. I think you've worded that wrong. I think that should have said a frozen TRX is valued the same as the equivalent liquid TRX at the time of freezing. Because why would the term be freezing if it wasn't locked to the value, then you wouldn't be freezing it. You'd be able to do whatever you want. You'd be able to use it again and again and again in other transactions. Cheers, Rob Mack. James, how do you donate to that fund? All the donations are down below in my About section, dude. Everything's down in the About section. The value stays the same. You only get paid dividends of the amount of frozen. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that makes sense. So therefore it makes and this is what you said before, but it makes no sense that the value changed then. It makes no sense that it makes no sense that my energy tally changed without transacting. And you know it's not transaction that's changing the tally, because all that does is take away from you got a status bar of how full your energy levels are. But what I'm saying is it was up to 123,000, and then it just dropped. Not the. Did I explain this? I think I might have explained it wrong. My total energy, instead of showing 123,000, it showed the maximum amount you have is about 79,000. Not that my bar had gone down from 120 to 79, and I still had a little bit behind. No, not that. The actual thing went from 0 to 120, from 0 to 79. So it took it off. I still don't understand it. I don't understand it. Charles in the house. G'day, Charles. How you doing, man? Thanks for the lemons, man. No. Freezing only means you get dividends and don't need to pay fees for small amount of transactions. So you get paid for securing the network. The TRX stays the same. The energy changes because somebody unfroze, probably. The more people freeze their TRX, less energy you get. Oh, really? You sneaky little blockchain, you? Is that really how it works? Well, shit! These are gonna need changing. Shit! We're family friendly, so I can't say shit, but I can say sheet, because that's not the same word as the other one. Freezing only means you get dividends and don't need to pay fees for the small amount. So hang on. Okay. Logically concluding that, what is the equation to work out what energy you get from freezing TRX? And who sets that equation? And why does it change? Sneaky little blockchain, you sneaky little can't find you anywhere blockchain. It's all over the place, isn't it? It's not actually a thing. Unbelievable, folks. See? We're learning here. We are learning, folks. I'm stoked to be learning. Let me have a look at that then. Let's bring up my and that translates to Brave browser, because that's got my Metamask, my Tronlink wallet. Okay, let me put you what was that noise? Let me put you yahoos over here. Let's drag the handles in here so that it looks like a little bit neater. So here we have Brave browser. I'm going to log into Tronlink here. I'm going to put in my password. It's a whole bunch of dots if you want to crack it. Put those dots. Ah, see? You caught me. I used the wrong dots, folks. Got to use the right dots, man. How come it won't let me... Look, it's not letting me do anything, man. Okay. Refresh. Okay. What's it doing? I can't do anything, man. I can't do a thing. What's going on? Close it. Okay, I'll do it off scene. Otherwise, I might get the wrong dots put in there. No, Vanfrick. I don't think it's possible to change it, but as you said, I've never heard of fork, so that might be also... I'm putting on some coffee, got to drive it to work. I'll be back for the answer later. Caps locks. Was it caps locks? It probably was caps locks, dude. Thank you, Vanfreak. I'll see you on the flip side. You're driving your girlfriend to work. Cool. Charles, the missus is in bed. Just go wild. It's just me go wild. Good to know, man. Good to know. Okay. Family friendly. No sheets allowed. You need those dots. Okay, I'll use those dots. Thanks, James, for putting those in the chat there. I gotta think about this, because if I get it wrong... Did I fool you? Okay, so I'm in. Okay, so it's changed again. I rest my case. My total energy is now only 118,000. So it was 123,000. Yeah, that's a thing. Let's see what Bankroll.network charges for its fees. Let's go Bankroll, Bankroll.network. Let's have a look at Stronghold. So probably a lot of people have froze their TRX. There might be a page for that. If you do find that information, I'd love to know about it. Let's see what this charges. Okay, so here we go. We are going to roll over these divs. Not a lot going on in there. 94.516 TRX value of $5 US. We're going to roll this over from 18 to 19. And I'm interested to see how much energy that consumes and how much bandwidth that consumes. I do have a little liquid. I got 146.614808 liquid TRX. The rest is a frozen balance, 4,351. That's probably a good indicator of how much you need to freeze to get approximately that much energy. So let's make a transaction and see what happens. I'm going to roll this over. You can track your transaction. We'll check it on Tronscan. Doesn't open it up in a new tab. That's pretty lousy. So, oh dude, it burnt almost all of my energy. Wow, look at that. It burnt 111,136 NRGs, which is pretty much, that's just shy. Let me refresh this and watch this energy go all the way. Look at that, dudes. I almost burnt some TRX. I mean, that's a lot of energy to consume. Oh, Vanfrick's got a little linky poop. Let me grab that out there, Vanfrick. That's going to explain, I hope, these convolutions. Where's my... Here we go. Let me grab this out of here. Tronscan charts. Freezing rate, highest number... What is this saying? Freezing rate, highest number of 35.67 was recorded. So the highest rate. Overall freezing rate, lowest rate. The gas guzzler, totally. Freezing rate. The rate of freezing TRX doesn't really explain what happens. 30% frozen today. Here we go, over on this side. Oh, you guys can't see that. Here we go, down here. 30.7%. So, is this market share? 30% of the market share is frozen. Total circulation of 101 billion. Total TRX frozen 31 million. No, what? That's trillion. Total circulation is 101,813,565,046.53. Total TRX frozen is 31,264,607,000, and that's 30%. So what you're saying is my energy levels will change with the rate of frozen TRX. So the more people that freeze, the less energy goes, or the less energy can be split around everybody, because everybody's getting it. Sorry, that didn't sound right. The more people that freeze their TRX, the more people the energy has to be divvied up amongst. Gotcha. Been rising since September last year. Is that down here? What date is this? Yeah, September 2020. Yeah. So this would be a spike here on the 3rd of May. No, well, this only... So wow. I mean, okay, so hang on a second. These spikes here... What's today's date? Today's date's the 23rd. No, that wouldn't explain it. That wouldn't explain it, because it wasn't the 6th when this happened. It was like 2 weeks ago. So what's 2 weeks ago from today? That would be like the... Let's just say about the 11th. Well, actually, let's find out exactly. Let me find out exactly. What day was that? What's today? 23rd. So it would have been the 9th when we did the stream. It would have been the 9th of June when we streamed and talked about that. The 9th of June. Let's have a look at that date. June. So June is the 6th month of the year, and there's the 9th of June. So that wouldn't explain it because there was only 30% frozen then. And if it was a day or two on either side, given time zones, the 10th, 30%, and even the 11th, 32. So 32% on the 11th, that wouldn't make any sense. Other side of the 9th, the 8th, 30.6. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't get it. But let's have a look back over here on bankroll.network. What this means, this amount here of energy is intriguing. It's pretty much a given that I can only make one transaction on bankroll.network until my energy levels increase again. I should get a screenshot of that, actually. That there, just that screenshot there. That'll help me to know in the future. I'll have to keep an eye on my energy levels because I was gonna go ahead here. Wait till this refresh. Yeah, so now I've divved those rolled over to 19. I was also going to go into my strong stockpile and roll these divs over. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have enough energy. And as we know, refresh this here, it takes about 2 days for that energy level to build right back up. So if I was to roll this div over right now, it would actually cost me more in... It would burn some of this available liquid TRX, which then would offset the benefit of rolling the div over in the first place. So obviously I'm not going to do that, right? That's why I was so intrigued or interested in what this energy level actually means and how you can assure yourself that you're not going to burn over that level. By the way, that energy burn to do that transaction, wow, on DLive when you stake in BTT, you're only burning about 19,000 energy. Not burning, you're only consuming about 19,000 energy. I shouldn't say burning because burning is when you burn the liquid TRX. You're consuming energy levels which are replenished over time. Yeah, okay, I'm glad we did that. And now I know, and now I will be a little more careful, I suppose, to keep an eye on things. Speaking of keeping an eye on things, what the heck? I tell you what, here's a thing that what just happened then. I don't like this about browsers. You close a window or you close a tab on a browser, and the next tab along autoplays. In that case, it was playing a YouTube video that I had up. Don't like that. I don't like that at all. I closed the tab. I didn't say close the tab and play the one that's below it. But hey, am I a software developer? No, I'm not. Am I a software user? Yes, I am. And therefore, I can know. Folks, let's take a break here. I want to grab a coffee, and then I want to come back in and we're going to learn about Algorand. Actually, there's one other thing in front I want to look at before we get into Algorand, but someone put a link to a CNET article. Here's how much energy it really takes to mine Bitcoin and why people are concerned. So I wouldn't mind taking a little look-see at that. We'll do that after we come back from a break. I'm going to get a coffee. I'm going to leave the restreams up. So if you are watching on any of the other platforms, perhaps you're watching on the YouTube, the Facebooks, I'm going to even leave the Facebook up. Perhaps you're watching on the Twitch, the Trovos, the Bitwave, or wherever you're watching, aside from DLive. You're in luck today because I'm going to leave that shizzle rolling. However, if you do want to partake in the chat, you're going to have to come over to dlive.tv/givsaminute. I'm only going to be looking at this one. This is my chat here. I'm only looking at that chat. I can see your numbers on the restream there, but I can't interact with you. I don't look at chats there. I only look at this one beautiful chat here. This is my DLive chat. If you want to partake in the conversate, you want to add your piece to the equation, if you like, you got something interesting or exciting to add to this conversation, that's where it's going to happen, on that chat. And you got to get there by going to and if you think about it, very loosely translates to dlive.tv/givsaminute. It's right there on the screen. You know the deal right now. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go and get a coffee. I'm going to leave you with my surfing action from yesterday. I didn't go surfing today. It was northerly onshore, and I got a little pinched nerve or a pulled muscle or something in my back, so I took the day off. But I did surf yesterday, and it was a banging fine one. Allow me to get a coffee, and I'll see you on the flip side.
And welcome back to the Super Quick Wave a Day Edit. Well, I got news for you, you lovely specimens. I think today is the best surf I've had this wave a day season. I think today cleans it. I think it takes the cake. It nails it. It wins. It was, I mean, as you can see, well, you can't see right now because the set's not coming in. There's a set coming in over here, the left-hand style. But I was over here on this bank. You can see a little rip going out there, little escalator, and me and another gentleman, another local, were hitting this bank here, hitting right, and I even went a few lefts, but you can see how clean it is here. And if it gets big enough on the little shoulder there, it comes all the way across. Well, I reckon everything lined up for really good conditions and pleasant conditions. Like the air temperature's warm, sun came out every now and then. It just made for, look at this, it just made for like a good, clean, like an easy takeoff, not too sucky, get on the ride. I got a few little faces and some cutbacks and some, it just felt really rad. And I tell you what, it felt so good because I'd also changed my mood in my head about not getting down about the cold and like the winter and all that. Just felt good, and so therefore I felt good, I acted good, and I came out with the goods. And now the sun's coming back out again. Oh, this is too good. Look at this guy here, little barrel coming all the way through here, still going. Look at it. And look at this left behind it out the back. Okay, that's a bit of a close out, but as I said, what I'm saying is it was rad, and I think you'll agree. Good morning, Tuesday. This is perfect. Can't get much better. Sun out, nice swell. Little right section here. Little rip going back out. Easy access back out if you need it. I am trying something with the slack track. I used to use tight vision. I'm using wide. I hope maybe that alleviates all the times it misses me.
I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting. Sail to the moon.
Might not have been the best wave selection for my first wave. I gotta think about that.
With a wind that comes and a tide that turns, set the sail and run. I'm sailing, pushing through the storm, swallowed by the sea, drifting into the sun. I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not
go. I mean, there's a little left coming through here too. Why not, eh? Why not? It's definitely better right, but that one just popped up.
Ocean through the storm, swallowed by the sea, drifting into the sun. I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting. In another land of another earth, sitting on a rock, I'm sailing with energy and Captain King, floating in a tum-tum. I'm sailing at the end of the world. It's the end of your life till the end of time. I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting.
I reckon I'll call it there.
Well, what do you know? What do you say? What do you do? What do you think? What do you agree? Was that good? Was that the best? Was that the best you've seen? I think that's the best you've seen. I mean, let's not forget that there could be better coming, but up until today, that's the best you've seen this season. And so look, while I sit down and think about the best I'm gonna give you this season, you guys can go back to the live stream. Son of a... Banazana. Are you... Oh, you guys are back already? Yeah, those sheets are gonna need changing. I didn't even get a chance to do anything in that break. I was gonna go to the bathroom, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that. All I did was get a coffee, put my sweater on, and then I came back and it was all over. Folks, let's take a look at this article. Here's how much energy it really takes to mine Bitcoin and why people are concerned. This went live June 2015. Sorry, June 15, 2021. Elon Musk, Tesla CEO and cryptocurrency cheerleader? What the hell? Who wrote this crap? Shook, can you see that? Make it a little larger. Oh, crikey. Shook the crypto market when he said his company would no longer accept Bitcoin for vehicle purchases. Temporarily. In a May 13 tweet, Musk referred to an increase in the use of coal and other fossil fuels to generate the power used for mining as the reason behind his decision. The fallout from the tweet, the price of Bitcoin dropped by 14%, of which it's never recovered from. I think it's at 32 right now, right? And it continued to fall after, of which it did. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other popular cryptos reached record highs this year, raising concerns about the amount of energy needed to mine the coins. Warehouses of Bitcoin mining rigs run 24 hours a day, consuming more power than the whole of Argentina. Continue reading. As the energy bill for crypto mining rises, so does the amount of carbon and waste, adding to the growing climate crisis. Here's what you need to know about the crypto mining and its energy uses. What is cryptocurrency mining? When bitcoins are traded, computers across the globe race to complete a computation that creates a 64-digit hexadecimal number or hash for that bitcoin. No, for that transaction. This hash goes into a public ledger so anyone can confirm the transaction for that particular bitcoin happened. The computer that solves the computation first gets a reward of 6.2 bitcoins, or about $225,000 at current prices. Other cryptocurrencies use similar mining technologies, contributing to the overall energy usage. What is a crypto mining rig? In a bare bones computer, it is a bare bones computer with multiple graphics cards or GPUs instead of the single card standard. Rigs usually use powerful GPUs from Nvidia and AMD to handle calculations, and they require a high wattage power supply. The popularity of mining has led to a shortage of graphics cards. Look at that rig. Wow. Why is crypto mining so energy intensive? Well, for starters, graphic cards on mining rigs work 24 hours a day. That takes up a lot more power than browsing the internet. A rig with 3 GPUs can consume 100 watts of power or more while it's running, the equivalent of having a medium-sized window AC unit turned on. Crypto mining businesses can have hundreds or even thousands of rigs in one location. A mining center in Kazakhstan is equipped to run 50,000 mining rigs. Not only do rigs take up power, they also generate heat. The more rigs you have, the hotter it gets. They should put these things in Antarctica, right? If you don't want your rigs to melt, you need some cooling. Many mining rigs have multiple built-in computer fans, but if you have multiple rigs, the room quickly gets hot, requiring external cooling. Small operations like those run by individuals can get by with a typical standing fan. Mining centers, however, need a lot more cooling, which in turn requires even more electricity. How much energy does mining take? The Digicommunist Bitcoin Energy Consumption Index estimated that one Bitcoin transaction takes 1.544 kilowatt hours to complete, or the equivalent of approximately 53 days of power for the average US household. Crikey. Van Frick says in the chat, I was in an interview at a local Bitcoin farm, Chinese company. They had 20k miners. Wow, dude. Did you interview them? Can we read that somewhere? To put that into monetary terms, the average cost per kilowatt in the US is 13 cents. That means a Bitcoin transaction would generate more than $200 in energy bills. Bitcoin mining used more energy than Argentina, according to an analysis from Cambridge University in Feb. At 121.36 terawatt hours, crypto mining would be in the top 30 of countries based on energy consumption. And there's a little rig there. That's from Canada. Why is taking up so much energy bad for the environment? Well, fossil fuels account for more than 60% of the energy sources in the US. A majority of that percentage is natural gas and a minority is coal. The carbon dioxide produced by fossil fuels is released into the atmosphere, where it absorbs heat from the sun and causes the greenhouse effect. Are we going to hear about the ozone hole as well? I haven't heard that for a while. As mining rigs consume more energy, nearby power plants must produce more electricity to compensate, which raises the likelihood that more fossil fuels will be used. States that have a struggling coal power plants, such as Montana, New York, and Kentucky, are trying to cash in by wooing crypto mining companies. Interesting. What's being done about this energy problem? Not much. The third global crypto asset benchmarking study from the University of Cambridge found that 70% of miners base their decision on what coin to mine on the daily reward amount. Energy consumption made up only about 30% of their choice. Access to renewable energy at a low price attracts crypto miners. China's Sichuan province has the country's second largest number of miners due to its abundance of cheap hydroelectric power. Its rainy season helps generate so much energy that cities are looking for blockchain firms to relocate in order to avoid wasting power. Go China! Of course, they have banned Bitcoin, but not mining Bitcoin. Musk said in May he spoke with the North American miners and they committed to using renewable energy sources. He then tweeted on June 13 that Tesla would allow Bitcoin transactions again if there was reasonable clean energy usage, which he listed at being approximately 50%. The operators of Ethereum, the second most popular blockchain behind Bitcoin, are doing something to change the amount of energy its miners consume. Ethereum 2.0 is an upgrade that will be completed sometime this year or by 2022. Instead of computers trying to solve computations, referred to as proof of work, computers will be randomly selected to create blocks for the blockchain, while computers that weren't selected will validate those blocks created. That's intriguing. Didn't know how that worked. To ensure miners do their job, each miner has to stake 32 Ethereum, also called Ether, which is equivalent to about 85 grand. Hence the term for this protocol is proof of stake, staking 32. I don't have 32 Ethereums, do you Yahoos? Who has that? This change reduces the amount of energy needed for the Ethereum mining. What other cryptos are more energy efficient than Bitcoin? A growing number of coins, there are more than 10,000 of them, use the proof of stake protocol that Ethereum 2.0 will transition to, resulting in a drop in power consumption. Cardano, for example, uses its own proof of stake protocol and only consumes 6 gigawatt hours annually. To put that in perspective, Cardano's energy use is a gigawatt hour and a half shy of providing enough power for the South Pacific island country of Niue, with its population of 1,620 people, for a whole year. By comparison, Bitcoin uses 126.09 terawatt hours annually, which is the equivalent to the amount of energy of Pakistan, with a population of 225 million. Following Musk's May 13 tweet, Cardano reached record highs because it was seen as environmentally friendly. Its price peaked at 247 on May 16, but its value fell and is currently at 157. Microsoft may earn an affiliate commission if you purchase something through recommended links in this article. Get out of here. Get out of here. There you go, folks. Of course, if you are mining Bitcoin, more props to you. If you got in there early enough and bought a rig when they were going to give you a good return. Oh, Vanfrick, you went for a job interview at a local Bitcoin farm. Didn't get through the security check. Interesting. What happened at the security point, dude? I wouldn't put too much concern into the mining costs of mining Bitcoin. There is, I mean, look, I don't know too much about it aside from reading that article. How many would it take to heat an average home? That's what I was thinking. Like, why can't mining Bitcoin, because of the high heat output, why can't that be not regulated, but why can't it be promoted in areas like colder climates, like you know, like I said, the Antarctic? I mean, you could technically set up a mining rig in the Antarctic Circle, and you would be able to provide heat for all the flat earthers that live down there and live by the edge of the Great Ice Wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are places that require heat. Arguably, putting a mining rig in the center of Australia wouldn't be a great idea, unless it was doing the opposite and generating cool, not heat, unless it was reverse cycle. Flaws from the youth haunting me? Oh, really, Vanfrick? That's why you didn't get in. Interesting. Flaws from your youth. Penguins would be happy. Yeah, true. So, folks, let's move on. That was a little link that somebody placed in my Chisel chat a little while back. I'm not too sure who did that, but we read about it. I don't like reading too much. I'm not a great reader. But here we go with some more reading. Algorand. This is a request from someone else to learn about this coin, Algorand. So, what have we got here? About Algorand, our vision. A world where everyone creates and exchanges value efficiently, transparently, and securely. Our mission: global trust through decentralization, simple designs that drive adoption by billions of people, elegant technology that eliminates barriers to prosperity for all. Sounds good. Our values: think beyond, find the heart of the problem, go for the biggest impact, be courageous, dare to fail, be a positive force. Let's get rid of that crap off the screen. Succeed together, act with integrity, keep your promises, solve creatively, open your mind, share your ideas. These are all very intriguing key points. But let us learn from the tubes of you, what is Algorand? This is a channel called Exodus. You may know them from their wallets. They're very, very thorough.
Hey, what's up, Crypto Nation? I'm Chris from Exodus, and we're going to take a closer look at the relatively new but exciting blockchain, Algorand, and its native token, Algo. It's
Okay, sorry. So Algorand is the blockchain and Algo is the coin on the chain.
been around for a little more than a year, but in this time, Algorand has managed to create quite the hype around it and has climbed to within the top 50 on coin market cap with a total of a little over $160 million at the time of recording this video. Price-wise, it started strong at a token launch with a valuation of $3 per coin. In early August 2019, less than 2 months after the mainnet's launch on June 19th, rumors of its listing on Coinbase Pro gave it a good bump in price. The fact that it was the fastest a token has ever been listed on the popular exchange definitely played a part. But as it usually happens in these cases of buy the rumor, sell the news, the price continued its decline after the actual listing happened and has since settled at around 23 cents. Does Algorand have a bright future as a smart contract platform? Let us know your thoughts and your Algorand price predictions in the comments below. And now, let's answer the question, what is Algorand?
Nice logo.
Algorand is a smart contract-oriented platform pretty similar to Ethereum, but with some key differences that the Algorand development team claims improve security, decentralization, and the speed and cost of transactions. The first thing you'll notice about Algorand is their trademarked pure proof-of-stake consensus protocol. Coins like Bitcoin use a proof-of-work consensus mechanism where the miners compete with each other like a cage match in solving complex mathematical problems. The first miner to solve the
Yo, Davey Z! Thanks for following the Gives a Minute D live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Thanks for the follow.
to add a new block to the coin's blockchain and receive the mining reward. However, this protocol has some disadvantages. It costs a lot to mine new blocks, both in equipment and electricity. The high cost makes profitable mining unattainable for most,
We just learned about
leading
that.
to the centralization of mining power. In a proof-of-stake protocol, token owners participate in the network's consensus mechanism by simply holding or staking coins. Neo, XTZ, and VeChain are only some examples of coins that use proof of stake. And although you can get
Davey Z, why did I get unfollowed to you? I just followed you about 10 days ago or so. Kind of creepy. I don't know, dude. I don't recognize your name. I don't recognize giving you a welcome, Davey Z. Maybe you followed a channel that was called Gaves a Minute, not Gives a Minute. I don't recognize your handle, dude. Sorry, I don't know how to answer your question. You're the first person that's ever said you've been unfollowed to a channel, but I don't know.
rewards with these assets by holding and staking your tokens, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can also participate in the consensus mechanism. And here's where Algorand makes the difference. Every token holder with at least one algo in their account can choose to participate, in which case they can be randomly chosen to propose and add new blocks to the chain. The more tokens one holds, the more likely it is.
No, it was you. The intro to the newcomers is pretty memorable. Is it possible you have two accounts, different accounts? Because I genuinely don't recognize Davey Z. Yeah, don't know, dude.
To be chosen.
Either way, good to have you, man.
To participate in this consensus process, you'll need to keep your algos in their official wallet and declare your availability through a special transaction. Algo calls this going online. But if you're not interested in that, worry not. You can still reap Algo staking rewards by simply holding Algo in Exodus. Exodus is a crypto application for your mobile device or your desktop that's home to over 100 cryptocurrency
I like
wallets
Exodus wallet.
and other crypto apps. Check the link above to learn more and download Exodus today. At this time, rewards are distributed universally to all token holders according to the number of tokens they hold. Exodus makes it super easy to claim these rewards on your phone and computer. I'll include a link.
Giggle Pickles, DLive has glitches where it unfollows people from streamers. I've never heard of that before. This is I mean, that happens a lot on YouTube, but I've never heard of that on DLive. But here's the first and the second instance of that. So Davey Z says he'd followed my channel before and he was unfollowed. Giggle Pickles, and also agrees that that happens. Okay, cool. Anybody hold Algo? I'm liking this stake here. I'm liking this proof of staking concept here, Algo. Let's just take a little slight pause here and have a look at the price chart. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look what Algo is doing at the moment. Search up here, Algo. Oops, Algorand. So it's trading at 81 cents at the moment. All-time high of over the last 1 year, $1.82. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, it's interesting. It's an interesting chart, isn't it? Holy balls! Wow, that's an interesting chart. I mean, what's going on here? What are they? What product have they released that this is based, that this is utilized in, that would see such a drop off like this? Or are we just seeing? Are we just seeing the regular drop because of the entire Bitcoin and the entire crypto market is dropping? But there's a follow from Aaron Watkins. Hey Aaron, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. I followed it for the last month, Davey. Not enough to invest, but it was my eye for some DeFi. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, looking at this chart, are we January 2021, a lot of so there was a massive spike, and then we've seen pretty much, I guess this is, well, actually let's drill in a little. Let's go to 3 months. Are we seeing, that's probably, we got to drill out a little further, I guess. Are we seeing the even though this happened, this peak happened here, and this peak here, April, would be around about Elon's tweet, right? Where are we now? April, May, June. Yeah, around about here. And then obviously the whole market's just collapsed. So that would be explaining why that has dropped off. It traveled with the big dips like most of the crypto. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, true. All right, let's keep watching this video here. Play it.
Link at the end of this video that shows you how to claim your Algorand rewards in one tab. The Algorand Foundation boasts that this pure proof-of-stake approach has significant advantages over the current implementations of proof-of-stake. First, it enhances security. Since the miners are chosen at random from all token holders, an attacker can't know which ones they are beforehand in order to attack them. Secondly, it promotes decentralization. No complex calculations are needed, so anyone can participate in the consensus process.
Comtech, how you doing, man? Hello, Gives and Givers. How you doing, dude? What's your take on Algorand? I'm kind of liking what I hear here, and it's only 80 cents at the moment. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying $10 worth of that and just chucking it in the stake. Yeah, this is the first time that we've actually watched a series of videos on a coin, and I've been like, "Oh, this actually looks pretty good."
Without needing specialized equipment or high energy usage. And finally, Algorand transactions are fast, taking about 5 seconds to confirm, and with an average fee of less than 1/1000th of a dollar, they're really cheap too. Compared to Ethereum's transaction confirmation time of 15 seconds and a transaction cost ranging from a few cents to a few dollars, Algorand is both faster and cheaper. On the other hand, Tron Network has slightly faster confirmation times at 3 seconds per block, and you can send about 15 transactions per day for free, provided you're not using any complex smart contracts. Algorand achieves both the high block speed and the low transaction cost because of the lightweight consensus mechanism it employs. The fact that transactions are immediately final, and by splitting the smart contracts into 2 layers. Layer 1 is used for simple smart contracts, atomic transfers and swaps, token transactions, and things that don't require much time to be executed and won't delay block production. These happen on-chain. Some examples of Algorand smart contracts at Layer 1, called ASC1, include post and sale transactions, securitized loans, crowdfunding, accredited-only transactions, and multi-sig wallets. Furthermore, Algorand has implemented a universal architecture for Layer 1, written in a brand new language called Transaction Execution Approval Language, or TEAL. This universal architecture simplifies the creation of smart contracts, or new tokens, called Algorand Standard Assets, or ASA, which work exactly
Rob Mack,
like
you
the
just
native
bought some?
token
Did you really? Dude. Rad, man. Well, man, that's nicely done. Algo has generally been going up over the last 12 months. Now would be a good time to buy. I'll tell you what, we'll continue watching we got 3 videos in total to watch, and then I'll have a look and see if I can swap some coins. Can I swap some of my we'll go back and have a look in my BTT. I don't want to touch my ETH. I don't want to touch that because that's going to be used for hex stakes. I'll have a look what I've got in my Tronlink, and we'll go from there.
Algo. The universal architecture also removes security or other malfunction risks and guarantees that the execution of these smart contracts doesn't impede the blockchain's performance.
Do you know what? I'll tell you something here. I don't mind acknowledging this. I really like this guy, and therefore I'm liking what he's saying. Is that wrong? I really like the way this guy presents. I love the Exodus wallet. It's a sweet thing to use. I love this guy's presentation method. I love his setup. And it's almost like just because I like this guy, not in that sense, just, you know, his thing, therefore the coin has to be good. Is something, is that a little... That's something that's playing on me right now, right? I'm thinking, I want to get in on Algo because of the way he's presenting it, and it looks good. I love the idea you can even just put like 1 down and stake that in the Exodus wallet, and then you earn more. That's cool, right?
Performance. For more complex smart contracts that require longer execution times or access to off-chain data, Layer 2 is used. These smart contracts are executed off-chain in parallel with the block creation. Once they have finished executing, only the results and a certificate validating them is added to the chain.
Davey, my thoughts are, if you have a few extra bucks or crypto, I call it my play account, but yeah, I'd suggest playing with it and checking it out. Their staking is like, yeah, I agree with you. And I do have a little XMP that maybe I could shift around. Can you swap in Exodus wallet? Can you perform swaps in Exodus? Because I could swap some XMP into some Algo. And I'm particularly interested in the staking to keep earning more, right?
And the block production speed is unaffected. These features are pretty cool, but Algorand has another ace up its sleeve: co-chains. Co-chains are private blockchains built on the Algorand protocol. They can be utilized by organizations that want their own blockchain, and perhaps also a token or security built on it, accessible only by their members. Now, this idea already exists in other blockchains, but the implementation usually leads to the isolation of the users of the private blockchain. Algorand solves this problem by having built in the ability to communicate with the other cochains or the main chain and the world at large. In this way, what needs to remain private does, but at the same time, the cochain users can also transfer information to other chains around the world. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to the channel. And although we won't make an Algorand price prediction today, we'd love to hear yours.
I'm just going to take a look at this right here, how to stake Algo. I'm new to staking, but what I have done so far has earned me some nice returns for just leaving my crypto in a savings type account. So Davey, could I just, you don't have to answer, but I would assume that you bought Algo and you dumped it into an Exodus wallet and you did the staking from in there, I think. Well, we're going to learn how it's done anyway. Let's take a quick look at this. It's only 2 minutes. This wasn't one I was going to watch, but we do have it right here in the up next, and then I've got more videos to look at on Algo, how to stake Algo.
Earning passive income with Algorand couldn't be easier. We're gonna show you how to stake Algorand so you can easily earn free crypto on your phone, laptop, and desktop computer. No special setup or sign up is required. The easiest and quickest way to stake Algorand is with Exodus. You simply download Exodus on your phone or computer, send Algorand to your wallet, and that's it. You can close the app and carry on with your life. Next time you open Exodus, your Algorand rewards will be there waiting for you to claim.
Really? It's just by having it in your wallet? That's weird. So simply by having Algo in your wallet, you will receive staking rewards. Not with Algo, but with another coin. And yes, you just let whoever you are staking with to use your coals for mining, and maybe as long as, but that's not what's happening here, because this is a cold wallet. This isn't an exchange, or is it? Yes, Gibbs, you can exchange in Exodus. Okay, good. Wow. Okay.
If you don't already have an Exodus Algorand wallet, click the link above to download the app for free on your phone or computer. We'll also include a link at the end of this video. And if you want to know how much Algo to expect, there's a link in the description that leads to a website that will estimate the number of Algo you will receive based on your current Algo holdings. The more Algorand coins you hold, the more Algorand rewards you earn. Rewards are computed and distributed around every 3 minutes. Let's see the action in the Exodus phone app, followed by the desktop wallet. Once you're in Exodus, tap the profile icon. Scroll down a bit and you'll quickly notice Exodus supports a lot of assets. In the search field, you can type the name of whichever asset you want to enable. I'm just typing Algo so I can enable the Algorand wallet. Tap the wallet icon, pop into the Algorand wallet, and tap the receive icon to view your address. Tapping the address automatically copies it so you can paste it wherever you'll be sending Algo from. And if you don't already have Algorand, you can send another cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin or Ethereum into Exodus and exchange it for Algorand directly in the app.
Right.
In most cases, your requested asset will arrive after a few minutes. Now, I already have some Algorand ready to be claimed. So from the Algorand wallet, click the icon in the top right corner where you'll find a button to claim Algo. Click the claim button and Exodus will create a self-send transaction so that your rewards will be added to your total Algorand balance. That's it. Easy peasy. Let's move on to the desktop app. Click the wallet icon at the top to get into the wallet section. Type Algo in the search field and click the asset to enter the wallet. Click receive to find your address so you can send Algo to your new wallet. Again, if you don't already have Algorand, you can exchange another asset for it directly within the app. No sign up or registration is required to do this. I already have some Algo to be claimed here, so I'm just going to click the 3 dots in the top right corner, click earn rewards, and click claim Algo. Wait for the which lets you know the funds have hit your wallet. It's really easy to stake Algorand and start earning rewards on your phone and computer. If this video helped, give it a like and let us know in the...
That looks too easy, right? That looks too easy. Rob Mac, I bought 90. Okay, cool. So what was that? That's about, what, 80 cents would make it... That's about... You bought less than 10 bucks worth, right? I believe each coin usually has its own wallet for staking. I could be wrong. No, you're right, Davey. And I should have probably said this, dude. I do stake BTT on DLive, so I'm aware of the staking process. Yeah, I'm staking some BTT. I've been doing it for a while. I understand how it works, but I just didn't know that you could do it in a wallet. Like, this is a cold wallet, right? It's yours. You always hear, well, that's 100 AUD. Oh, is it? Okay, Rob Mac, 90. I'm terrible with math, dude. I have CRO staked with Crypto.com and I have Dogecash staked with Flitz Wallet. Yeah, right. Okay, like I said, I'm fairly new to it. No, that's cool, Davey. Dude, I appreciate you, man. Like, this is why I love these streams, because cryptocurrency is such a huge thing to grasp, right? It's such a huge new world, and I'm learning. You guys are learning, and when you come in here and you start telling us stuff as well, we're all learning from each other. So don't ever think that you can't say something, or you're not. Don't ever think that something you think you're thinking of saying is too silly to say in these chats, because everything is welcome, for sure. It seems like the more I get to know, the more I need to know. I like that vibe. So let's keep watching. We do have other videos here. I've got 2 more Algorand videos to watch. Now, this guy, Coin Bureau, he's really good too. I really like his stuff. Let's have a look. This went up in September 21 last year. So this is quite old, but this will be intriguing to see what he says.
Sometimes in the crypto markets, you'll come across a project that seems to have everything going for it. Strong team, strong tech, deep pockets, and an investor pool with even deeper ones. However, despite all these juicy ingredients, the market does not have an appetite for what the project is cooking up. There are many of these baffling examples. However, one of the most illuminating for me has to be Algorand, a project which I covered first almost a year ago. So, what's going on with Algo, and is there still hope? I'm Guy, your crypto guy, and in this video...
I'm Guy. That's funny, isn't it? It should be, I'm a guy. I'm the guy.
That's exactly what I'll be finding out. I'll be taking a look at the tech, team, use cases, and adoption potential, if any. I'll then also analyze the price potential of Algo and see if there is light at the end of the blockchain. So, don't go anywhere. A few quick things, team. As is always the case, these videos are purely for educational purposes. They are not investment advice. Why? Well, because Guy ain't no financial advisor. Please.
One day I want to have some dude come on and go, hey, my name's Bob. I'm a financial advisor. There's all my qualifications on the wall behind me. I do this for a living. This is financial advice for you. You guys should buy Algorand. You get out there and buy some Algo. Go for it, you idiots. This is financial advice. I'd love to see that video on YouTube. You always hear, you know, for everybody saying I'm not, and I do it as well. For everybody saying I'm not a financial advisor, it would make more sense for the law to be those who are financial advisors have to say. Everybody else is perceived as mustn't be a financial advisor because they didn't tell us. They didn't say anything, so they're not financial advisors. It should be the other way around, instead of everybody going, this isn't financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. Anyway.
Do your own research, folks. Now, with that jibber jabber out of the way, I would like to take the time to welcome all of those that are new to the channel. Over here at the Bureau, I cover everything crypto, from guides to news and complete reviews. So if that's something you value, then join me on our crypto journey.
We do, Guy, and we enjoy learning with you. Good green screen too.
Hit up that subscribe button. Oh, and you may also want to turn on all those notifications to make sure that you ain't missing a thing.
Mind you, his white balance is a little off there, Guyski. You're looking a little sick there, my friend. A little green around the edges. Maybe just a little too much. Maybe you need to add a little more magenta into your color mixing there, my friend. Could just be me. I've got a pretty crappy monitor. Could be me. Could be me.
And lastly, I want to draw your attention to these timestamps over here.
Did he say attention?
Missing a thing. And lastly, I want to draw your attention to...
He said attention. Dude.
To make sure that you ain't missing a thing. And lastly, I want to draw your attention to these time...
Attemption. Guy, come on, man. How can we partake and learn from anything you say if you can't say the word attention? At that point, you've lost me, Guy. You've lost my attention. He definitely said attention. Listen.
That you ain't missing a thing. And lastly, I want to draw your attention to these timestamps over here. They're there for your convenience, feel free to jump around to different sections of the analysis should you see fit.
All right, Guy. You've won me back over. You've got the timestamp. Okay, I won't critique anymore. We'll just watch.
Okay, we all set? Great. Let's dive in. So, what the hell is Algorand? Well, they are a scalable, secure, and decentralized cryptocurrency and smart contract platform. They've developed their own consensus mechanism that is a variant of proof of stake called pure proof of stake.
Okay, so how does pure proof of stake differentiate from proof of stake?
The main benefit of this is that Algorand's technology finalizes blocks in seconds and provides immediate transaction finality while preventing forks. Furthermore, Algorand offers highly customizable smart contracts, asset tokenization, and atomic transfers built directly in Layer 1. I'll come back to all of this tech in a bit. The company is based in Boston and was founded by a Turing Award-winning MIT professor called Silvio Micali. He has also assembled a pretty strong team from MIT and other academic institutions. Given the star power behind this project, they were able to raise a pretty large amount of money through 2 private sales and 1 public sale, over $120 million. Those backing them in the private sale included the likes of Union Square Ventures and Brainchild, among many, many others. So that's the quick overview of the project. However, in order to best understand what they're trying to build, you have to know what problem they are trying to solve. This is essentially the blockchain trilemma. So, what the hell is that? Well,
what the hell is that? I like this guy. When
it comes to blockchain technology, there are 3 ideal qualities that we're all in search of. These are
scalable,
decentralized. Control of the network should be appropriately distributed so that there are no points of centralized control.
Is there a blockchain that's not decentralized and therefore it's not a blockchain? Is that right? Like, I mean, what Tether isn't decentralized, but is that still a blockchain? Still learning all this, sort of gathering the information. Don't want to lose my attention span. Jesus.
Secure. Blockchains have to be resistant to attacks and must be censorship resistant too. And scalable. They should be able to grow in size and capacity without impacting on the underlying efficiency.
Gotcha.
Now these are all great targets in themselves, but the only problem is that they're highly related and intertwined. You cannot easily scale while at the same time increasing decentralization. You cannot scale in a decentralized way without impacting on the broader security of the network in some way or other. So, you're left with this problem where you cannot scale in a decentralized and secure manner, the blockchain trilemma. This is something that so many other projects have encountered, not least of which the most popular smart contract blockchain of all, Ethereum. So, why do we have this trilemma? Well, it comes down to the nature of current consensus mechanisms. Allow me to explain.
I'm gonna cut my hair.
When it comes to blockchain consensus, there are a number of different options. However, 2 of the primary ones are proof of stake and proof of work. Now, most of you are no doubt familiar with good old proof of work. It's the consensus mechanism that's used by the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a number of other protocols. However, as we've come to realize, the trilemma is quite acute when it comes to proof of work systems. There is a lot of centralization where most of the hashing power is controlled by large mining farms. They're also not
Hendrik's in the house,
as there are a number of blockchains.
Hendrik, how you doing, man? Hello, givers, givettes, and gives. How you going, man? Good to see you, buddy. Get your brain powers activated. It's a cryptocurrency stream. Deep in the weeds here.
That have been attacked through double spend attacks. The most recent of these is
It must be attempted attention. Attempted attention. Attemption. Could be. Could be.
Ethereum.
Hey, by the way, can someone check what's Bitcoin at, folks? This is a cryptocurrency stream, and I don't know what Bitcoin's trading at right now. Are we still down about 32,000? Anybody know?
Ethereum Classic, for example. They're also not very scalable. Of course, you need look no further than Ethereum here. Transaction times
34.
are
Oh, that's cool. Thanks, FanFreak. 34 too. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. I'm happy with that. Yeah, as we watch this, and we're obviously going to talk more about Algo, and I'm going to try to swap some coins and blah, blah, blah. What's everybody's feelings? Like, how does everybody feel about Bitcoin at the moment? Like, I mean, long term, right? Everybody's thinking long term. Yeah, interesting. It's down. It's when are we going to see 60,000 again? Who did that? Meme Man. Thanks, Meme Man, for the host. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the 5-viewer host. Hello to the 5 viewers that have come across from Meme Man's channel. Welcome to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream, courtesy of Meme Man. We're here on a Wednesday, which means cryptocurrency. So if you're interested in cryptocurrency, maybe because you're on D-Live, and you know D-Live is based on a blockchain, you know, the Tron network and the TRX and the BTT, you might want to know about stuff. Hey, we do. That's why once a week we delve deep into cryptocurrency. Right now we're learning about Algo, a different cryptocurrency, and it looks kind of interesting. Algorand is the blockchain, Algo is the coin, and you can stake it by just holding it in your Exodus wallet. Looks pretty cool. Not financial advice. Do I look like a financial advisor? No. This is just advice. Thanks, Meme Man. Appreciate you, dude. Wow, who did that? Quantum Lotus, thank you for the lemons, man. Appreciate you, Quantum.
slow as hell, and those gas fees sometimes have me screaming at the sky. This is perhaps one of the primary reasons why everyone...
Who did that? Hendrik with 0 viewers. Thank you for the host, Hendrik. Thank you, man. Every host helps you... well, every host used to help you get on the wheel, but I don't know if it does these days. I don't know. Just refreshing my wheel over on the side here because I've got a wheel next to me. I'm on the wheel already. Second slot on the wheel. Didn't even know. Thank you, D-Live. Cheers, Izzes. What's up, everyone? G'day, Quantum. How you going, man? Cryptocurrency Styleses
is so excited about Ethereum 2.0 and the transition towards proof of stake.
Meme Man, we're super drunk in the US right now. It's 1:24 a.m. on a Wednesday morning and you're boozed? I'm a little jealous, man. Midweek booze up session, huh? Getting twisted on the midweeker, Meme Man. Hell yeah, dude. Well, thank you for the host. I hope you had a good stream. And yeah, I think that maybe 1:30 in the morning might be time to call it last drinks. Or are you going to go all the way through and smash it into the next day? Hendrik, I got a happy email from D-Live this morning. I can host now. Oh, you got affiliate, did you, Hendrik? Hell yeah, thanks, man. Congrats, dude. Congratulations, man. Hendrik, affiliation status. Quantum, hey, no judgment. You can get it any day. You can. I choose not to booze throughout the week, but yeah. Rob Max already earned some Algo by having it in his Metamask, in his Exodus wallet. Nice one, Rob Mac. Laugh out loud. That's very little, but you know, it's long term. It's long term.
However, despite being more favorable than proof of work, there are challenges with
Rob, try to look for are there faucets? Is there an Algo faucet? Imagine you could get a faucet where you could claim it every day as well. That'd be pretty cool. I guess the Exodus wallet is a faucet at that point.
Stake as well. So let's take a look at
speaking of, sorry guy, you've lost my attention. Speaking of faucets, who got me onto the pirate chain faucet in Discord? Was that you, Rob Mac? It might have been you or Comptech. Someone got me onto it and I've been claiming it every 4 hours like you're supposed to. I've got about 2, maybe 3 R's at the moment. Wasn't you, Rob Mac? Okay. The question I had was, there's also a KMD faucet. I don't know what a KMD is, but it's in there, and I see people putting the keyword KMD faucet. So I'm getting drip-fed KMD too, and I don't even know what it is. Me, man, I would never stop, but on this unfortunate occasion, we're out of booze and all the shops are closed. Glad I could catch you live. That's always the way that it's going to end, isn't it? We're going to keep boozing? No, we're not. The shops are closed. It's too late. We'll go on to bed. Cheers, me, man.
Delegated proof of stake, for example, or DPoS. Under this mechanism, the community will empower a number of users, the delegates, to choose the next block. This is a mechanism that is used by blockchains such as EOS, etc. Now, the only problem is that this does create concerns around centralization. There are a fixed number of delegates, and these delegates can be viewed as having centralized
you like your
control.
ween, do you mean, man?
In a DPoS blockchain, the delegates may own a tiny fraction of the total money in the system, yet the whole blockchain is secure if and only if the majority of delegates are honest. Now, even if we were to assume that all of these nodes were honest, these nodes can easily be identified and attacked. They can run denial of service attacks that stop consensus and hence bring down the blockchain itself.
Danako Danako, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy.
Variant of the proof of stake system is, of course, bonded proof of stake. This is your more typical model, where the users will bond tokens at stake in order to vote on
You know
blocks.
I love me some ween.
The thinking goes that they will
man.
never vote against their own interests, as they could lose that stake. The only problem with this is that it allows a well-heeled adversary to overtake them.
Look at this guy. He's got to be... This guy in a hoodie must be bad. Anyone wearing a hoodie at a computer must be a bad guy. Look at the bad guys right next to your head. Watch out, guys. Next to your head. Watch out. The bad guy.
The network. There are many occasions where an attacker could get more value from bringing down a network than they could lose with money bonded in stake. So, quite clearly, the current methods of consensus mean that it's hard to scale a blockchain in a secure and decentralized way. And that is exactly why Algorand has developed its secure proof of stake mechanism.
Okay.
So, let's slide into that now, shall we? The Algorand consensus mechanism is called pure proof of stake, and it operates...
Quantum, so a DDoS will bring the coin down if you don't have secure proof of stake.
On this simple principle. It makes cheating by a minority of the money impossible, and cheating by the majority stupid. So, what do I mean by that? Well, unlike with other bonded proof of stake mechanisms that rely on punishing bad actors with the funds staked, they've developed a mechanism so that those with small stakes cannot cheat. Moreover, those that have a large stake in the network won't cheat, as it will completely devalue their holdings and make no economic sense.
Me, man, you're a cool Aussie, bro. I love you. Thanks for streaming at this hour. Oh, dude, you're welcome, man. What a lovely statement. Thanks again for the host, man. What did you drink, by the way? What was your beverage of choice this evening? If you tell me you were drinking Jack, you're basically telling me you're my brother that I don't know I had. You love your ween and you're drinking your Jack until 1:30 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. You and I can get along.
So basically, as long as 2/3 of the majority are honest, the protocol will work just fine. It also differs with other mechanisms in that the money does not have to be bonded for a particular period of time. Money is always in users' wallets, ready to be spent and used in other ways on the network. On Algorand, blocks are constructed into two phases through lotteries known as cryptographic sortition. And if that sounds like mumbo jumbo to you, don't worry.
Cryptographic sortition. I think I dated her in high school.
It's basically just a mechanism where consensus on blocks is established through two stages, a proposal stage and a voting round. Who does what in the ecosystem is completely random and hence impossible to manipulate. Still with me so far?
Nah.
By the way, I have linked to the docs below if
You've lost my attention, guy.
want to do a bit more reading. But what this basically means for the ecosystem is that you have fast finality. For example, Algorand smart contracts operate at over 1,000 transactions per second, which is considerably higher than the number of other smart contract blockchains. Moreover, the random nature of the sortition that I mentioned above means that it is immediately decentralized. And given that there's no way for adversaries to know who is voting on the next block, it's also secure. Okay, so the underlying blockchain layer of Algorand is able to attack that scalability problem. I now want to move on to the next most important component of the tech stack, and that is their smart contract functionality.
It's called Ezra Brooks, and it's a Kentucky Mash. It's basically the rowdier Jack Daniels. That sounds cool. Ezra Brooks. Let me have a little look at that, dude. Ezra Brooks. Ezra Brooks. We got it here, dude. We can get it in Australia. I get it at Dan Murphy's. Why does it always come to this Thornley? I don't even know where Thornley is. Ezra Brooks is distilled using high quality corn and ingredients, aged in charred white oak barrels. This genuine sour mash bourbon delivers a beautiful smooth flavor and finish. 40% by volume. Wouldn't mind getting a bottle of that just to you know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, man. Oops. I'll take a screenshot of this page. And maybe I'll buy a bottle. Meme man. I bought a bottle of aviation gin to celebrate Coin Captain's favorite beverage. Maybe I'll get a bottle of Ezra Brooks. Thornley is on the lower north shore of Sydney. Yeah, right. I don't know why it defaults. Like I'm not signed in there, and it defaults to this Thornley store. It's weird, isn't it? I want to try that. It's worth trying it once. All right. I'll shit. You know what? I won't be doing it this. I won't be doing it this month. I'll keep a screenshot, but I've got my insurance for Stevan, my Mitsubishi. That's $345. I've got my registration for another year of driving Stevan. That's $547. And I got to go to a mechanic and have him check Stevan and say everything's good, or you got to do this and that before I give you the everything's good. So basically, I'm looking at about $1,000 here to get Stevan on the road for another year of IRL streams. So Ezra Brooks. I'm going to hold off on Ezra for at least a month. Maybe August. I'll look at buying a bottle of Ezra Brooks in August. Let me deal with all that crap first. But I did take a screenshot of that so I can have it there later. You've now got a little bit extra. Rob Mac, you're getting the algo pumping there, dude. It's coming through. Cool, man. Well, let's keep going with old mate.
This is particularly relevant given their recent DeFi pivot. Last year, Algorand released Algorand 2.0, which was a much needed update to its protocol. This would see the introduction of 3 key features. These include the following: the Algorand standard assets, the Algorand atomic transfer, and the smart contracts.
There's a website a calculator. Let me just have a look. Algorand calculator. Algorand staking rewards calculator. Algorand staking rewards calculator. So if you have 1 Algorand in your account, you will earn. How long until you earn a single Algorand in a year? Okay, let's keep adding to this to see. So if you have 10 Algorand in your account, you bought 90, didn't you? Rob Mac, you said you bought 90, I think. Yeah, you bought 90. Okay, so you've got 90. So you'll earn 5 in a year. So if you bought 900, which we won't be buying. Yeah, I just thought that'd be interesting to have a look at when you will earn a whole Algorand. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
If you want to read about those first 2, then I encourage you to look at the docs. The one that I'm most interested in covering now is that concerning those stateful smart contracts. Algorand's smart contracts are integrated into Algorand's layer 1, which means that they inherit the same speed, scale, finality, and security as the Algorand platform itself. Moreover, they are cost-effective and error-free.
Giggle pickles, you keep dozing off due to the medication. Go catch those Z's. Don't hold up. Don't stay up. Don't fight the medication, Giggles.
In order to get a sense of just how compelling their smart contracts are, I'd like to direct you to this handy guide over here. As you can see, there are a number of benefits that come with the Algorand smart contracts. They're energy efficient, fast, have immediate transaction finality, are easy to develop on, they support Java, JavaScript, Python, Go, and of course, they're cheap to send on. The applications for smart contracts like this in the DeFi space are immense. I want to direct your attention to their post on smart contracts in DeFi. It takes you through all these use cases, including escrow, synthetics, stablecoins, credit, exchanges, margin trading, etc., etc. The list goes on. So there are clearly a lot of use cases for these smart contracts in DeFi. And it's also not completely theoretical. There have been a number of projects that have started developing on Algorand. I also mentioned stablecoin applications there. Well, it was recently announced that Coinbase's USDC would be migrating over to Algorand. The main reason for this was, of course, the high fees and transaction bloat on the Ethereum network. In fact, even back in June of this year, the Center Consortium announced their intention of diversifying away from the Ethereum blockchain. It's pretty telling that Algorand was one of the first blockchains that they decided to move on to. So, all around, it seems that Algorand has the cutting-edge tech most investors and developers consider when scouting for opportunities. And this does not even factor in the star power behind the project. As mentioned, the founder of Algorand is an MIT cryptography professor called Silvio Micali. To say that he's accomplished in the field of cryptography is an understatement. He's won 3 different international academic awards for his work. He's one hell of a brainy chap. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Those zero-knowledge proofs that you often hear about, those were first conceived back in the day by Silvio and 2 other professors. Pretty crazy, right? Of course, Silvio is only one component of the team. I encourage you to take a look at their team page and see some of the other names and credentials that are behind this project. And this is just their human capital. They have a lot of financial capital behind them as well. As mentioned, they managed to raise over $120 million in a number of token sales. And heck, they even completed a separate fundraise for their own venture capital arm. This was originally called Algo Capital and was recently renamed to Borderless Capital. They raised over $200 million in order to invest in those projects that are building on the Algorand blockchain. If that does not spur development activity, I don't know what will. Okay, so I've been talking a lot about the benefits of Algorand and how great the tech, team, and use cases all are. However, this all brings us to a very important question. Why is the token still underperforming? Well, I think this has to come down to its tokenomics. So let's take a look at those now, shall we?
Interesting.
As mentioned, the native token on the Algorand blockchain is their Algo token. This is a utility token, and there are 2 main functions that I can see. Firstly, it can be used in order to stake and earn those ecosystem rewards. And secondly,
which would arguably not be really a strong use case. I mean, you could argue, well then, that's what Hex is, right? But Hex, given its smart contract and the way it rewards those that, or it penalizes those that unstake, etc., etc., etc. But yeah,
it can be used in order to pay for transaction fees and dApp computations.
Okay.
There are a total of 10.
Yo, Tumbleweed, celebrating a 1-month substreak. Thank you, my friend. Tumbleweed, appreciate you. I'll tap on the desk for 1 month. Thank you so much for subscribing here for a month, man. Appreciate that, Tumbleweed. And thank you for the lemon, man. How you doing, dude? Good to see you, man. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I've got a new thing where I slap the desk, given however many months a subscription streak lasts. We had a 4-month earlier on the stream, and we got a 1 month there, so I gave you one slap of the desk. Thank you, Tumbleweed. Appreciate you, man.
10 billion tokens that were minted in the
We're learning about Algo and the Algorand blockchain. If you're interested, you can actually earn Algo by having it in your Exodus wallet. It's like a staking feature, which is just part for the course. If you hold Algo, put it in an Exodus wallet, you'll earn more just by doing that. It's kind of strange. Doesn't seem like staking at that point. It's like, no, I'm just keeping it in that wallet.
Genesis block. Now, while that may seem like a lot, the circulating supply is only about 1 billion.
Actually, what I'm thinking of, I think, like, I could maybe transfer some basic attention token. That'd be interesting. I've earned basic attention. We'll see anyway.
And right here, you can see the token release schedule.
Tumbleweed, I hate this stuff, but I love you, bro. Oh, that's cool, man. It's not for everybody, is it? It's not for everybody, crypto. Every Wednesday I do a crypto stream, but I understand it's not for everybody.
Now, something that you should note about this is the fact that there are still token sales ongoing. As they state, they've set a sales target of 150 million algos for this year.
What is the value really? The value of Algo? It's about 80 cents at the moment, if that's what you mean. Or the value of these streams, or the value of crypto? These are big questions, man. Is that? I'm not too sure what you're asking.
However, with a 1 billion circulating supply, that implies protocol inflation of close to 15%, which is pretty damn high. And these are just the token sale components. There are additional Algo hitting the market as a combination of not only participation rewards, but also a staking rewards component. Here you can see the total Algo.
Okay, the money with Algo. So the money with Algo. So if you so you buy an Algo for 80 cents. I think that's what it's trading for. 83 cents. If you keep it in your Exodus wallet and you don't do anything, you accumulate extra Algo. Yeah. Crypto intrigues me, but I don't partake in it. Yeah, USD. Yeah, 80 US cents. Hendrik, you don't even do the basic attention token for using Brave browser?
That's being dispersed through.
What about, but Hendrik, you're an affiliate now. What about getting some BTT going down, man? Get some stakes in BTT. You can accept donations of BTT now. But it uses your computer? No, it doesn't. It doesn't use your computer. It's not mining. You're not mining this is proof of stake. And it's not even a stake, it's just holding it in the wallet, which is intriguing. I wish every coin, like I've got coins in my Exodus wallet, but I didn't know that Algo earns you more just by having it in there. I wish all my coins in the Exodus wallet earned me more just by having them in there. It kind of sucks that they don't actually.
Standard rewards. And here you can see the Algo that is coming onto the market as a result of the staking.
I get basic attention, but I don't have a wallet. So you need an Uphold wallet for that one, Hendrik, and then you got to. I don't think I've transferred mine from Uphold yet. So it's just having it and getting it. Exactly, yeah. And then Tumbleweed, if you accumulate enough that you want to take it as cash, you can obviously convert it to USDC or USDT, or you can transfer from there. And then you can transfer from there to your bank account and take it out as cash. This is just one coin. This is one coin which I've kind of like gone, oh wow, okay. This looks pretty interesting. I've got to be honest. And I'm thinking about changing some of my coins into Algo. But we'll look at that afterwards. What about the tax? You got to pay the taxes, of course, man. Taxes. The thing with the fingers is the taxes. You got to pay your taxes always in every walk of life.
Participation program. By my calculations, that's an additional 165 million Algo that will be hitting the market in 2020. If we add that to the proposed token sales, that's quite a hell of a lot of inflation. Now, I should also point out that 5 million Algo were burned.
Yeah, Hendrik, you told us about your Bitcoin wallet. Yeah, with 0.1 Bitcoin in it, but I no longer have the address. It's gone. That's gone with the wind. I kind of like this. Yeah, Tumbleweed. Okay, cool.
In an auction buyback this year. More on that in a bit. However, this is just not enough to counteract the millions that are coming onto the market. As we know, increased supply...
Tumbleweed, I have some Bitcoin. I lost the key. Like, you had 5 Bitcoin and you lost the key to it? You and Hendrik need to get together and try to work out what those keys are.
Without a counteracting increase in demand results in a price fall. Now, let's pull up that price chart of Algo, shall we?
Go on, then.
As you can see, they hit the market at over $3.20 and fell immediately. In fact, they were one of the worst performing new listings on Binance as the tokens fell to almost 50 cents within a month of hitting the market.
Jesse!
Now,
Thank you for the lemon,
there are
Jesse.
a number of other factors that were external to Algorand that led to this fall. Of course, they launched in a soft market last.
Rob Mack, my brother-in-law lost 7 Bitcoin. Man, how do you... keep those keys safe, folks. I know, 3.4k would come in handy right now. Yeah, Hendrik. I got them for free. Yeah, they were giving away Bitcoin for free. A lot of coins were given away for free at the start. A lot of coins were given out for free. XMP was given out for free. A lot of coins were given out for free at the start of their life. That's why I told you guys about Gaze TV. Get in there and start earning Gaze token. Don't be the guy that goes, "What? How did you get 400,000 Gaze tokens? They're worth like $4 grand each now." I told you. I started uploading content on Gaze TV. Anyway, I don't want to be that guy, but there I am.
Last year, as there was little appetite for altcoins. It could also have been down to the lack of any sort of excitement prior to the listing. Given that Algorand raised most of their funds through a private sale, not many people knew about it. However, I think a great deal of that was just a flood of tokens hitting the market the moment trading went live. For example, just prior to the listings, Algo sold tokens to the public through a Dutch auction process. This saw them issue 25 million tokens at a price of $2.40 per Algo. So the moment that the trading went live, a flood of Algo hit the market and subsequently tanked the price. So bad was the fall.
Davey, I don't know if you get notified, but I sent a little snack to Metamask. Aw, Davey, thank you, man. I'll check that out after these videos, and then I'll maybe do some swapping around to buy some Algo. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude. We'll check it out after these videos.
The Algorand Foundation actually implemented a token buyback for some of those auction buyers. That would see them receive 90% of the original purchase price in return. And in fact, I have to say that is pretty commendable. I mean, how many other projects have you heard of that offered to buy back tokens that have created after listing? Either way, some people took advantage of it and some didn't. If they did, then the tokens that they sent over would be burned, which would of course reduce the supply. However, that was not enough to slow the rate of inflation that I mentioned above.
Tumble, we were not taking links, dude. Not on a crypto stream,
was
man.
Really quite lackluster.
Sorry, dude, we're not taking links.
With Algo dropping to an all-time low of just above 10 cents in March of this year. This no doubt spurred those Algorand chaps to conduct their second buyback in July.
I'll tell you what I will do though. However, I'll grab the link out and we'll take a look at it another time, but on a crypto stream, yeah, we're not taking links right now, dude. But thank you.
July did renew some hope in the price of Algo after it was listed on Coinbase. Now, we all know the impact that a Coinbase listing had, not only on the price of an asset, but also on the broader liquidity. This did spur a much-needed rally in August that saw Algo reach its highest level since listing at over 60 cents. This was unfortunately short-lived as the price has subsequently retraced. So this, of course, brings us on to the most important question of all. Where does the price go from here? Well, it's a tricky question. Despite how impressive Algorand is from a tech and team perspective, the current tokenomics are still quite challenging. Yes, there is a max supply that cannot be increased. However, this is quite high, and inflation is currently only impacted by what is coming onto the circulating supply. The Algo hitting the market through the combination of those two reward programs is likely to still be a bit of a drag. There's something else that you have to factor in here too. Because there is no bond that is required to be put up for a period in order to stake, there are no counteracting supply-side mechanisms restricting circulating supply. This is something that bonded proof-of-stake mechanisms require, which does bring down those supply numbers. The final question then has to come down to that utility demand. Is there likely to be a lot of demand from the protocol to use Algo for dApps or transactions? Well, given the benefits of the tech that I've taken you through, I do happen to think so.
He hasn't
Algorand
mentioned any
is
dApps
trying
yet,
to
though.
expand the use case of its blockchain to the burgeoning DeFi space. There is no doubt a need for a protocol with fast finality and low transaction fees. Indeed, the move by Coinbase with their USDC stablecoin is testament to that. Oh, and did you know that a country is actually building its own digital currency on the Algorand blockchain? Yep, the Marshall Islands are issuing their own sovereign, SOV, that will be built on Algorand. So that could be another strong utility demand side factor right there. Moreover, it's pretty clear that Algorand is focused on growing their ecosystem. Let's not forget about those $200 million in funds that they have to invest in projects that are built on Algorand. However, the real question is whether the eventual demand that's created can outstrip all that supply that's currently hitting the market. At current levels, it doesn't seem so.
This is why I like silver.
If demand does drastically pick up and more DeFi projects build on or migrate to Algo, then it could be a different story. It's time to start wrapping things up. So, what do I really think of Algorand? Well, one can't deny that their tech stack is impressive. Through their unique and ingenious pure proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, they are much closer than other projects to attacking that blockchain trilemma. We all know that scaling is one of the most important things on everyone's mind. It's also one of the reasons why I cannot wait for the launch of Ethereum 2.0. Perhaps this really could be that scaling holy grail that everyone is talking about. However, delays to the launch of the beacon chain mean that people are in search of the best alternatives. Given the recent launch of Algorand's stateful smart contracts, the applications that can be built on the network are immense. As we've seen, there is potential for DeFi projects that are looking for a more scalable alternative to build on. Moreover, I have to go out on a limb here and say that the team behind Algorand project are some of the most accomplished that I have seen. Not only do they have the
I like gems, but it's hard to make money.
but they also have
Selling at
hundreds
2K
of millions
stone
of
is
dollars
hard
of
to sell,
capital
right?
backing the project. Despite all this though, things have not fared so well for the Algo tokens. As I've pointed out, there are a number of supply-side pressures that are keeping the price down. As we approach that supply cap, these emissions are likely to continue. The only thing that can counter these supply-side pressures is an equal or greater demand from users building and transacting on the Algorand network. At current levels of network use, it does not appear as if this demand-side driver is strong enough. However, that may be about to change with their recent expansion into the field of DeFi. They're also dedicated to support projects building on Algorand and have a lot of coin in the kitty to do that. So it will be interesting to see how things play out in the next couple of months. It's no doubt a project that I will be keeping a very close eye on. And that's all, folks, my review and overview of Algorand. Now, of course, no video is complete without some much needed feedback from you people.
Fair enough.
What are your views on Algorand? And was this a fair analysis? Fire your questions into the comments below.
So let's...
Oh yes, and while you're down there, you may want to check out my personal deals page. It's
Personal
exclusively
deals?
for the viewers of this channel and includes some of the best promos and deals in the crypto space.
Do we need...
I also have a $2,500 trading
Guy, keep it down, Guy. Keep it down. We like Guy, but we're just going to move on there. So before we go and have a look at the last video, I like to look at 3 different videos. There's another one, well, this one here is more up to date. So this one here, May 22nd, 2021. So this is definitely more relevant content. That last video was from January last year or September last year. So this one's a little bit more modern, but I'm going to go and have a look at my Metamask wallet. Davey did send some little gift across, so I don't want to wait any longer for that, Davey. I'm going to go and have a look now. I'll open up a Brave browser here. I'll drag this over so you guys can't see this yet, but I'll put you Yahoos over here now. So we got my Brave browser here. Let's hold on a second. That's better. So let's drag this down here. Tumbleweed, so weird where and how it generates money. I'm still confused. So let me look. I don't have the answers to these questions, Tumbleweed. The thing that intrigued me about Algo is that if you own some coin, you earn coin just by having it in your wallet, in your Exodus wallet. That's the thing that really sold it to me. However, as Guy did mention on that video, not a lot of use case for it. He mentioned some dApps. He didn't actually mention what they were. Yeah, you can stake it, and that's a use case. I don't feel like that's a very good use case, even though that's a good use case with Hex. Hex is a little different because of the way that it rewards those who stake longer and it penalizes those who don't. Whereas that concept of just holding it in your wallet for a day or two, whatever, you're probably going to leave it there for a lifetime, right? So let's have a look at my Metamask wallet. So I'm going to log in here. I'm going to do this off scene just in case I put in the wrong dots. But it is just a series of dots. And that worked. What's new? Secret recovery phrase. Dudes, this is new. Well, I'll just do this off scene. Your seed phrase is now called your secret recovery phrase. Oh, well. Okay. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. So, activity, June 23. Sent me some ETH. Thank you so much. Davey, are you still here, man? Davey, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Staking is good. Nice, good off-scene. Off-scene. Davey, are you still here? There he is. Cheers. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. What I'm going to do with that, I am going to leave that in my MetaMask wallet. I fear the moment we go... Let's have a look at my Hex stakes. GoHex.com. Tumbleweed, thank you for the lemon, man. There's a penny. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Let me have a look at my Hex stakes here. For those that are interested, go to stake. Change, is that too small? Let's make that a little larger. We're going to change the end dates. So the most recent stakes coming out completes in 147 days. So in November this year, on the 18th of November, Thursday the 18th of November, I will have 2 stakes coming out. And this here will require a fair amount of ETH. If ETH 2.0 isn't out yet, this will require a fair amount of ETH. And so what I'm going to do, Davey, I really appreciate you sending this over. I'm going to keep this in here. And where's my assets? This amount of ETH here, $22 worth, probably won't even be enough to transact those transactions. But we'll leave it at that, and we'll deal with it when we have to. We don't have to deal with it until November, but that's what's happening here with my Hex stakes, and consequently the Ethereum that's in here, or the ETH that's in my MetaMask wallet. But thank you, Davey. Appreciate you, man. Every bit helps, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Happened here too, Tumbleweed? What happened here? What happened here, Tumbleweed? It's happened here. What happened here? Davey, it only cost me 55 cents to send it to you, which is fairly cheap as of late to me. Yeah, that's good, man. That's cheap, dude. Maybe things have changed. I mean, I won't know until November when I go to unstake these 2 stakes, or when these 2 stakes complete. Yeah, I won't know until then, but maybe things have changed already. But last time we went to do some Hex staking, it cost me... That was going to cost $50 or something, $55 to stake. The stream dropped for you guys, did it really? I have dropped 499 frames. 499 frames out of, well, that's 0.2% of the stream, not much. ETH feels back to normal, means bear market is coming. Vanfrick, is that what it is? So let's take a look at this video, folks. This is the last video I'm going to look at on Algorand. It's more of a recent video. Should I buy? Good question.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining. By popular demand, as usual, get straight into it. You guys asked me to analyze this token, Algorand. And here it is.
Wow, is this live?
Now I take all my tokens.
Sorry, is this a live stream? Premiered. No, it's not even a live stream. Wow, interesting. Quality's rubbish. Davey, I bought a domain name and the gas fee was $40 to transfer and claim it to the blockchain. Dang.
And all my due diligence very seriously. I have my 10-step process. I'll walk you through every single step. And at the very end, my price predictions out 10 years. And for this particular analysis, I've actually used 11 different price prediction models. So it's one of the largest I've ever done. And it takes a lot of time. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll go through this as quickly as possible. And every detail is in the description below of every single slide. So this channel's about math, money, and freedom and how I analyze things so you guys can make good.
He looks really nervous, this guy. He's smexy and pumped. Cocaine. Do you think he looks really nervous?
Financial decisions and not make any missteps, which can be quite costly, especially in today's market. Quick disclaimer.
Yo, Chance Beladen. Mayunis. Wow. Thank you for the ice cream, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Mayunis. Wow.
Not financial advice. This is edutainment, and it's my point of view. That's it. So my 10-step process. You guys know it by now. This is the 4th time I've gone through this. What it does, how it plays, the industries it can disrupt, the ranking, growth rates, value props, the developers and technology, the ecosystem, longevity, and price prediction models.
Man, this guy's weird.
Stick around till the very end. And I also have timestamps below as well, as usual. Now, before we jump in, I hope everybody is okay during these crazy times. It is extremely volatile, but it's also a very opportunistic time as well to get really good cryptos at really low prices. This particular one, you could have bought over a huge range today, and we'll talk more about the price volatility and the swings as well as we go.
Gives cream.
So first of all, what it does.
Nice cream. Gives cream.
2019, and it's a permissionless, open source, smart contract blockchain network along the lines of Solana, Ethereum, Cardano, etc. And I like these types of networks. And they believe they've cracked the code on the trilemma of speed, security, and decentralization, which is also the reason I like Solana so much. And the team behind it are very, very strong. We're talking about a lot of intellectual horsepower. The Professor Silvio Micali, he's an MIT guy, and he won the Turing Award, I think about 5 or 8 years ago. So this guy is as smart as a whip and knows how to build really good, innovative technologies and also attract really good team members as well. So what is it used for? There are a number of different use cases. First of all, create and deploy tokens, support things like NFTs, stable coins, securities, currencies.
So this is intriguing. This here, because we were asking before, what's Algo used for, or what's the blockchain used for? So here this is an updated video. So this is more realistic. Create and deploy tokens, which includes NFTs, stablecoins, securities, and currencies. So there's a fair amount of use case right there. It's a simple and cost-effective payment infrastructure. Hasn't been explained where that's being used. Create new financial tools, protocols, and services. Hasn't really... Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully he explains that. This guy needs the scholar jack.
It's also very simple and cost-effective payment infrastructure along the lines of XRP.
He looks nervous,
and it can create new financial tools, protocols, and services. You know, basically, it's a framework by which people can develop upon and do whatever they want, disrupt the whole world. And some of the applications are really...
See this line in his you see my mouse here? The line between... He's constantly frowning like... This doesn't look like this comes easy to him.
Really mind-blowing. Like, check these out. So first of all, SIAE group, they have launched more than 4 million NFTs on Algorand, and they did it in a very short window of time, which is spectacular. The other thing that it's used for in Colombia, it is used as a vaccination tracking device. So people can just pop up their phone and say, yes, I can get on this airplane because I've had a vaccine, or go into a store or a nightclub or a movie theater or whatever else. I think that's really cool because I've always said for a long time, it's only a matter of time before the blockchain becomes a platform for people to store their credit history, their voting records, their resumes, you name it. It's the best way. Even dating profiles. I joked with somebody on Patreon about that too. So how it plays, Algorand has projects like Circle. Circle is the group behind the USDC, one of the top stable coins. Also, the Marshall Islands were the first country ever to deploy a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, and they did it on Algorand, which is a crazy use case to do it so early and so successfully. Also, Tether is based.
Seems like a pyramid?
USDT
not a pyramid scheme, dude.
On Algorand blockchain. So you can see here, tons of use cases, tons of success. And my question is, why is it not bigger? So we'll see. So target industries that they can go after. A lot of cool stuff here. Obviously, financial services, microfinance, governments and public sector, like CBDCs, which every government now wants a CBDC so they can control their people more. Got insurance, fraud detection, real estate tokenization, which I'm a big fan of, copyright management, NFTs, and even fractional NFTs.
Redco, thank you for the lemon, man.
Thing. You could buy a piece of the Mona
Cheers,
Lisa
dude.
and store it away, which is actually a really cool idea and a cool concept. So where do they rank against all of my favorite cryptos? So if you see here, these are the list of the kind of cryptos that I follow and I analyze and I hold. I have Ethereum, of course, a lot of Bitcoin, Binance, Coin, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, VeChain, Algorand, HBAR, a few others. So I've kind of I went big into the altcoin casino over the last couple of days because of the buying opportunities. Much more than I wanted to, quicker than I wanted to, but hey, I looked at the prices and many coins were down at 6-month lows or 4-month lows, so I said, why not? Anyway, Algorand is here at number 40. Their market cap is about 2.87 billion at the time of this recording. Price was 93 cents. But when I look at my price chart now live, it's back to 97 cents. And I made a little trade today as well. So I added my first Algorand because my thing is, if I'm going to analyze a coin, I have to put my money where my mouth is and have some too. So I just got in today, in full disclosure. Now let's look at benchmark ranking and who are some of the closer competitors and what they do. In some people's eyes, obviously Ethereum, EOS, Tron. But the key thing I want to focus in here on is obviously the consensus mechanism. These are pure proof of stake, which is kind of unique to Algorand. And that makes it very scalable and also very efficient. Now the transaction throughput is about 1,000 transactions per second. Not as much as Ripple, EOS, or Tron, but it's up there. And it has the ability to support many different...
Redco, is Australia still closed for traveling? In and out of the country? No, you can come in and out of the country. But some areas are locked. Victoria might still be in a lockdown. Not 100% certain. But yeah, you can enter and leave Australia.
Configure in a whole bunch of different stuff, like Python, which is pretty cool. So, value propositions. Another one that's really hot on the table today is, of course, like the Green New Deal, as they call it. Everybody wants to go carbon neutral. And these guys are carbon negative.
Man. No worries, dude.
So
thanks.
It's the only carbon negative blockchain that I know of. And you can see here when Elon Musk rocked the boat last week, Algorand actually responded to him saying, we are proud that Algorand is carbon negative and offsets the very small environmental impact with wind, reforestation and peatland sustainability projects around the globe, which is really cool. Please, can we work with you, Tesla? And let's talk more about our stablecoin infrastructure. So I thought that was pretty cool indeed. And this also ties in with the work they're doing in the Marshall Islands, which is subject to things like global warming and obviously pushing things like...
How is it not using power? You're not mining it, dude. That's the thing. You're not mining it. It's not a proof of work. It's a proof of stake. So the coins are released. I don't know who's mining. I don't think anyone's mining this. I think it's all released into the crypto sphere, and then it's proof of stake from there. I want to go back to Perth. Tumbleweed, you're all over the place.
Cool. So That is a big value prop in my book. But there's more, of course. Staking. These are the current staking rates, and there's a very cool Algorand staking rewards calculator online. You can calculate your own. So typically, if you pump in 1,000 algos, which will cost you less than $1,000 today, you can generate about an APY of about 5.8%, which is pretty cool. Not as much as some of the others, but again.
Hendrik, you can only enter Australia from New Zealand at the moment. You can enter from other countries if you're an Australian resident or citizen, but with hotel quarantine. Is that right? Okay, there you go. See, I haven't really been paying much attention to it, to be completely frank. I've kind of lost. I've kind of like just left. Yeah. But thank you, Hendrik, for letting us know.
We'll talk more about their staking rewards as well down the line, but that's a big value prop. The other one, of course, is that whole trilemma of scalability, security, and decentralization. I discussed this previously with Solana, and this is why I like Algorand too, is because they have done it. Most blockchains, you only have a choice of two. These guys, So you can see here, as I discussed before, you've got blockchains that focus very much on decentralization and security. Obviously, Bitcoin's a clear winner there, but it's not as quick, so it lacks the scalability. You've got other ones like Ripple, very scalable, but lack maybe a little bit of security and decentralization, etc. You get the ideas. But Algorand is in the middle, which is another very powerful value prop. Now let's look a bit at the Algorand adoption. So the use cases have clearly expanded. I've touched on a few of them. The DeFi use cases have been built.
You really want to see New
CBDC
Zealand.
with
Beautiful,
Marshall
Henry.
Islands,
Beautiful.
The NFT plays and fractional NFTs. And of course, the stablecoin plays as well with Circle and Tether, which are very powerful. And I've listed there some of the other adoption across many other groups like Genesis and Securitize and others that you may know as well. In addition, let's look at the ecosystem of partners, very important. A couple of ones I do want to mention. Polygon, which is Matic, which is soon coming, my analysis of that. In fact, I can't disclose if I bought some today or not, but you can get the idea after looking at the price action. It was kind of irresistible. And I don't like normally buying things without studying them in detail first, but anyway, enough on that. They also work with Amazon, Managed Blockchain, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, and a whole bunch of other good ones. So you can see here they all work with all the top exchanges, top wallets, and support a whole bunch of different stable coins as well. So it is a powerful ecosystem, beyond all shadow of a doubt. Longevity and track record real quick. They began this project in 2017 and launched in Feb 2019, raised a bunch of money, and they have money, which is good. And there is some bad news, though. When they did launch their initial coin offering.
Quantum says, I read that they are looking for the creators of Bitcoin. They're looking for Satoshi so they can make it an invention, not currency, because that becomes a property. Interesting.
I'll talk more about that in a minute when I show you guys a chart. But it didn't go all that well. And sometimes when something starts off as a kind of a deflationary thing, it's not that positive. But let's talk a little bit when we get into the pricing, is talk about the price prediction. First of all, we have to look at the token supply. As you all know, heard me 1,000 times, I love Bitcoin because it is truly scarce. And it's been gobbled up even despite the weakness in the market. I'm still as bullish as ever, despite market manipulations. So when we look at this, the max supply cap.
Don't know if that's true. Where did you read? What you heard a rumor or?
Billion tokens. They currently have 1.04 billion in circulation on the market, and approximately 150, 160, 170 million tokens will be added every year. And the staking, through staking and rewards and all that different type of stuff. But if you look at the actual shareholding, you got about 2 million held by Algorand Inc. Another 2 billion Algorand Inc.
I'll look for the article. Yeah, cool.
About 500 million, 50 million auction operations, contingent rewards, again, a truckload there, ecosystem support, quite a bit for all the developers, and some, 3.2 billion for the node runners, and participation rewards, staking, another bunch as well. So you can see here, there is a lot of spread of the goodness, but one of the things I'm concerned about is the amount of tokens that are out there. So let's look at the actual chart real quick. So when it did ICO, initial coin offering, it ICO'd at $3 and it tanked.
Redco, everything on Coinbase is a good project. Is that a good way? Is that how you look at it? If it's on Coinbase, Because I think I recall doing a survey on Coinbase and receiving some Algo, but I would have then converted it to Bitcoin. Yeah, I feel like I definitely remember Algo being something that came up on a survey on Coinbase. By the way, if you want to get in on crypto, Tumbleweed, this is to you, dude. If you want to get in on crypto and you don't want to spend any money, sign up to Coinbase. Dude, do I even have a give me a second here. I might even have a referral link here. This could be good. This could be good for you, could be good for me. Oh wow, Coinbase is asking me to sign in. I'm always signed in here, you freaking... What? I'm in the break browser. Ah, they're sending me a text message. It has to happen while I'm on a stream when I got my phone here. Seriously? Dang it. 63637 4451. Why would it ask me to? Do not ask me for the computer on again for this code for 30 days. Damn straight. Leave me alone, codeses. What I was going to do is I was going to give you. Oh man, let's put that back up there. I was going to give you a. I did the same educational training on Coinbase. That right on. I'm going to give you a link here. Where is my link? Oh, you can't do it that way. Oh, no. Here you go. This is a link there. Oh, it's got my last name. What? That's weird. That's my referral link. If you join up to Coinbase, I get a reward if you use my link. But in here, I'm off scene because I don't want to show it here. I'm just looking at my previous earnings. So I've earned AMP. I've earned... I can show this, Chisel. Of course I can. Let me show you. Zooksky in the house. Yo, Zooksky. How you doing, man?
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Okay, Ben in the chat. Have a good one all. Thank you, man. Thank you for the triple freaking give. Cheers.
Cheeses. Bees, ease, cheese, ease, needs, me's, e, leaves, keys, mean, things, ease, wings, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, mind, water veins.
Thank you, Zooksky. Good to see you, man. So over here, let me just show you. Over here, these are all the cryptos that I've earned just by using this website. I've earned $3 worth of AMP. I earned $3 worth of GRT, the graph. I've earned $10 worth of Stellar Lumens, XLM. I earned $9 worth of Compound, COMP. And I thought there was more. There isn't. Yeah, but you can also do those. You can do those rewards. Oh, sorry, you can earn those rewards by doing little tests, not tests, like a little lesson, if you like. Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll put my little referral link in one more time. If you want to use my referral link, I'll get a kickback. If you did buy Bitcoin, you don't have to buy Bitcoin, but if you did, I'd get a little kickback. But let's continue over here. We're just going to wrap this video up pretty soon, I guess. It's a pretty lengthy video this guy's got.
All the way down to about 20 cents. And that leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. Now we hit the 200-day moving average today, which could prove to be strong support. And that's about 92 cents, 90 cents, give or take a couple of pennies. So that's important to always be aware of where that 200-day moving average is. Now, let's jump into price predictions. Make this one as quick as possible. I know it's Friday and you guys are busy, but here I analyzed 10 external models, and people must love Algo because there are so many models. There's models from coin price prediction, wallet investor, crypto price prediction, trading beasts.
Just a little tip here, folks. Tumbleweed, you're waiting for the email for sign up to Coinbase. Here's the thing. When you earn those rewards by doing those little tests, and you might think this is the wrong advice, but here's what I think logistically given that Bitcoin is so down at the moment, and this is what I did, the moment I earned that $9 Stellar Lumens or that $10 in Compound or whatever it was, immediately I transferred it to Bitcoin. And you can do that in Coinbase for no fee, right? So you've been given $10 worth of Stellar Lumens. You can either hodl that stuff, or you could use that as a chance to get in on Bitcoin, because at the moment Bitcoin's down, right? And it's been down for quite some time. So where's it going to go? Well, it'll go back up. That's the theory. And if Bitcoin goes up to 100K a coin, and you've put $10 in by doing a little test on Stellar Lumens, I'm just saying. This guy seems to be relaxing a little more, Hendrik. He maybe got your message to Scholar Jacks.
Coin, Coinpedia, Long Forecast, Ripple, Digital Coin Price, and Coin Arbitration. So what I did was I just put them all, grabbed all the numbers I could and laid them out in a spreadsheet. And then I put them on a map, and you can see very clearly that some of them are completely off the reservation. So for example, crypto price prediction, $167 in the year 2030. Well, if you can buy it for 90 cents today and it'll go to 167, that's good. That's very good, in fact. But considering things like Ethereum did a 40x in a year, these things are possible, and technically it would be feasible. But you always have to look back and think big picture. So what exactly does $167 mean? Well, that means it's $1.7 trillion market cap, which is the size of the whole crypto market today.
Do you reckon this guy's using like Keynote or something? He's got a clicker in his hand, hasn't he? It's a very strange way to deliver a YouTube video. Like, you're not delivering a presentation. He's not even looking at his camera. Very strange.
We're talking 20,000 coins. So that would be a big stretch in my mind. So what I did was I took all these numbers and looked at them, and then I mapped them out. And then I discovered there were some clear anomalies that just didn't fit in the range or fit with certain metrics. So what I did was I removed all the crazy forecasts and created a chart with some trend lines based on the different forecasts. So you can print this out for yourself, and you can see exactly where it could go depending on exactly which analyst forecast you like. But here, the 2021 year-end average is about $3.30. I still think that's very high compared to where I see it at the end of the year. 2025 year-end average is about $5, and 2030 year-end average is $4, because not many analysts went out to 2030. So that's just a true average. And remember, $4 equals a $40 billion market cap, which is big.
It might have been a live presentation originally, which would explain the nerves. That's true. That's true, Henrik. Could have been. Yeah, you're right. And then he just uploaded it as a premiere, because it did get premiered. Yeah, it was a premiere on YouTube. It's got 51,000 views. Damn. Look how many comments he's got. Dude. 3K upvote. Man. Yeah, okay. Maybe lousy crypto streams are the way to go on YouTube.
Here than Solana and others today, which again is very, very feasible, very possible, no doubt in my mind. So I did was put together my own little model of where I believe it's going to go. And these are the ranges based on growth rates and relative market caps to other coins that are in similar places. And it also takes into account the token inflation of adding about 150 million token per year, which is accelerating up to that 10 billion tokens. But that would go out for many, many years. I also looked at the range, and I reckon that we could have $1.89 by year-end 2021, which is more than double from where we are today. $4.56 in 2025, and about $5.42 in 2030. Again, I don't see anything dramatic happening because of the sheer glut of tokens that can be dumped on the market. Now that being said,
you grabbed that link, Quantum Lotus. Cool, man. I'll grab that out here, dude. We might not get to it today, but if we do, we do.
Algorand takes over the world and starts running CBDCs for major big countries, and has a whole bunch of DeFi applications built on their platform, the sky is the limit. But this is kind of my conservative forecast. But remember the dilution. And that dilution is what really makes me very conservative and takes my price projections down. And that is not the case with Solana, if you remember very carefully. So quick conclusion, there are risks. The algo distribution process produces excessive dilution. and inflation effects, and that may impair the pricing stability of the tokens. 9 billion tokens to be released. There is also extreme competition in the space, as I mentioned.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Quantum.
Also, Ethereum
I'm interested in it anyway, but if we get to it today, we do. If we don't, we'll keep it over for next week.
EIP 1559 could become kind of competitive as well if it's very successful. And lack of focus. So this is one thing that I've always focused in my life. If anybody tries to do 100 things at once, you lack focus. Or analyze 100 stocks, or have 100 stocks in their portfolio, or analyze 100 tokens. You start losing focus, and I think they're taking on too much. Vaccines, NFTs.
Ironically, that's what he's doing on this presentation. He's not focused on who he's delivering it to. He's just focused on delivering it.
DeFi, CBDCs, other
takes one to know one, I guess, old mate.
Public sector projects, stable coins. It sounds like a lot. It also sounds too good to be true. But if they can do it, that would be amazing, but it makes me a little bit skeptical. And the most successful projects are always the ones that focus on one use case and they nail it and dominate it and become complete leaders. And they also need more dApps in their space too.
Mal Pezzi with the sub. Thanks, Mal Pezzi, for the sub, my friend. Appreciate you. I slapped the desk because you subbed for a month. Thank you so much, Mal Pezzi. Appreciate that. Cheers.
Positives. I think Algorand helps developers build quality decentralized applications. That's simply been proven already. And highly scalable DeFi projects, institutional finance projects, and government CBD projects is extremely impressive. Algorand is used by hundreds of companies like Circle, IDEX, Republic, and Tether, which is huge. And the future is extremely bright if they can keep the momentum coming. But again, I see this as a bit of a speculative asset. I think there'll be fluctuations, and the token supply is what gets me and has me a little conservative. So I have no problem buying it at 90 cents or 85 cents today, running it up to $1.80, selling it and buying back at $1.50, $1.20, and letting it run up again. And I think that'll be the pattern over the next 10 years. And also remember to time your purchases in anticipation of when the release of the tokens will happen. So I hope you like this content. Big thank you.
Much love, Big Dog.
As usual,
love that
coming up
saying.
to the end of the
Big
month,
Dog.
about 10 days before the end of the month, I tell people, don't join Patreon because they bill you as soon as you join, and then you get billed immediately at the first of the month again. So you could be billed twice in 10 days. So just saying, some information for you all. Thanks, everybody. Be careful. Talk soon. Have a good weekend.
Dude, he didn't once look into the camera. Bad content. Very, very informative, but wholly bad delivery of content, right? Folks, what I want to do here, I want to take a slight break. So I'm thinking about putting some of my assets or transferring. I want to go and have a look what I've got in my Exchange wallet. Sorry, my Exodus wallet. And maybe I think I've got some XMP that I might think about divvying up into some Algo, but we'll make a decision. But what I'm going to do, I want to go to the bathroom. I want to go and replenish my water. I want to go and take a leak. I want to show you my surfing clip from yesterday. Now, I didn't go surfing today because I've got a bit of a tweaked out back, and there's an onshore northerly wind, not a northeasterly, a northerly. I just did east. It's coming from the north. So the conditions here weren't great, so I took the day off surfing. But yesterday's surfing was fun. I want to show you that clip. So we're going to run that now, and we're going to come back and we're going to work out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to nab some Algo or not.
And welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. Well, I got news for you, you lovely specimens. I think today is the best surf I've had this wave a day season. I think today cleans it. I think it takes the cake. It nails it. It wins. It was, I mean, as you can see, well, you can't see right now because the set's not coming in. There's a set coming in over here, the left-hand style, but I was over here on this bank. You can see a little rip going out there, little escalator, and me and another gentleman, another local, were hitting this bank here, hitting right, and I even went a few lefts, but you can see how clean it is here. And if it gets big enough on the little shoulder there, it comes all the way across. Well, I reckon everything lined up for really good conditions and pleasant conditions. Like the air temperature's warm, sun came out every now and then. It just made for, look at this. It just made for like a good, clean, like an easy takeoff, not too sucky. get on the ride. I caught a few little faces and some cutbacks and some, it just felt really rad. And I tell you what, it felt so good because I'd also changed my mood in my head about not getting down about the cold and like the winter and all that. Just felt good, and so therefore I felt good, I acted good, and I came out with the goods, and now the sun's coming back out again. Oh, this is too good. Look at this guy here, little barrel coming all the way through here, still going. Look at it. And look at this left behind it out the back. Okay, that's a bit of a close out, but as I said, what I'm saying is, it was rad, and I think you'll agree. Good morning, Tuesday. This is perfect. Can't get much better. Sun out, nice swell. Little right section here. Little rip going back out. Easy access back out if you need it. I am trying something with the Slack track. I used to use tight vision. I'm using wide. I hope maybe that alleviates all the times it misses me.
I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting. Sail to the moon.
Might not have been the best wave selection for my first wave. I gotta think about that.
With a wind that comes and a tide that turns, set the sail and run, I'm sailing, pushing through the storm, swallowed by the sea, drifting into the sun, I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting. In another land of another earth, sitting on a rock, I'm sailing with energy and Captain King, floating in a tum-tum, I'm sailing at the end of the world, it's the end of your
Okay. I mean, there's a little left coming through here too. Why not, eh? Why not? It's definitely better right, but that one just popped up.
pushing through the storm, swallowed by the sea, drifting into the sun, I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting. In another land of another earth, sitting on a rock, I'm sailing with energy and Captain King, floating in a tum-tum, I'm sailing at the end of the world, it's the end of your life, till the end of time, I'm sailing, I'm not waiting, I'm not 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 sailing, I'm not waiting.
I reckon I'll call it there. Well, what do you know? What do you say? What do you do? What do you think? What do you agree? Was that good? Was that the best? Was that the best you've seen? I think that's the best you've seen. I mean, let's not be let's not forget that there could be better coming, but up until today, that's the best you've seen this season. And so look, while I sit down and think about the best I'm gonna give you this season, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh, you guys are back already? Craggy, what?
Mayonnaise!
Mayonnaise, wow! Who did that? Zuxki, cool waves there, dude. Nice one. Thank you for the triple freaking give, my friend. Cheers, Zuxki.
Jesus. Bees, is, cheese, is, needs, me's, leaves, keys, mean, things, these, wins, these, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, and water veins.
That's 2 triple gives there, Zuxki. Appreciate you. Shyla Rose in the house. How you doing, Shyla? Good to see you, Shyla. What did I miss up in the chit chat? How you feeling with the diet, Shyla? Yeah, you're day 3 into the clean eating. The Whole 30. That's what it's called, the Whole 30. Good to see. So, folks, let's think about this. Let me open up, or let me grab my Exodus wallet. I'm going to do it over on this scene, but before I do that, look at this beautiful photograph. This is a photograph of a swan. This is taken by Suki Smackhouse. If you want to get your photograph on the desktop wallpaper, because that's what that is, that's just a desktop wallpaper, go down below in my About section, or keep going down, down, down in my stream area, and you will see a link to my Discord. And in the Discord, there is a server which doesn't talk to you about how you can get your own image up there on the desktop wallpaper. It's chosen at random every day, and that one there is Suki Smackhouse. It's a beauty, Newcomb, isn't it? What a lovely, lovely image. Mr. Goodballs with a follow. Hey, Mr. Goodballs. Thanks for following the Gives a Minute D live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Thanks for the follow. So what we're going to do here, folks, we're going to open up my Exodus wallet. So if I go Exodus, this will open it up. It's going to put it over here. I've got to put my password in. Let me just do that first. Desktop release. Did I do the right password? Password you put in was incorrect. I think I did that right. Incorrect password again? Fingers crossed I did this one right. Correct. Correctamundo. And it oh, that's cool. That remembered. Oh, wow. That remembered exactly. New wallet update. Would you like to update? I'll do it later. So, here is all of my assets, my portfolio. Six assets I have. Wow! Wow! Safe's in the house. Yo, Safe, how you doing, man? What? Safe, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. We're just going to look at maybe looking at getting some I'm going to say Apollo. No, I forgot what the freak it's called. What's the coin we're looking at? You've thrown me off, Safe. What's the coin? What's the stream title today? Apollo coin. No. What's the coin? Algorand. Algo. That's what's getting me off. So we've got some Bitcoin here. We've got some Ethereum. We've got some Monerosity. We've got some Cardano. We got some Dogecoin, and we've got some XRP. This was the one I was thinking about losing. Although I thought I had more than that. I've got 20 bucks worth. Okay, I thought I had more than that in there. So it looks like I'm not going to be doing this. I thought I had more. You know what we should do? We should also have a look. Let me just open up another browser here, another tab here. I'm going to see how much BTT I have in my Tronlink wallet. Let me just see. So that's still logged in. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I've got nothing in there. Okay. Okay. I thought I had more than that. Okay, so I'm not going to be buying any card. I want to say Apollo again. Algo. I'm not going to be buying any Algo at this particular point. I don't have. I thought I haven't been in here for a while. I thought I had more XRP in here. What's your D-Live stake? I've got 1.9 mil BTT. Yeah, and by the way, look at these charts, dude. Down, 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 down. Dogecoin, I mean, yeah, maybe I shouldn't really hold $60 worth of Dogecoin. Stake it? What do you mean stake it? How much did I get this week? See, I've been staking. Tumbleweed, thank you for the lemon, dude. I've been staking whenever my energy gets to, we're on the right. Yeah. Whenever my energy gets to maximum, I've been staking, I've been receiving, or I've been claiming and then staking. So I don't do it. I used to do it per week, but now that I've got enough energy here to not burn any TRX, I've been doing it whenever my energy's fully barred up. Whenever I've got a full bar of energy, I just go to D-Live and go claim the stake and stake it back in. Don't do NFT. It doubles it. Not sure what you're asking, Tumbleweed. But I obviously my assets, everything in total is down. I mean, you guys have seen this when it's been like 38,000, 40,000, right? And look at it. Look at my value of my assets, 24,000. Like this has been, the stake doubles it? No, it doesn't double it. No, this this is down, 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 down. 36,000 when I opened this on in March 18, when I opened this account, 36,000. As of today, 24,000. So what's the lesson there? Cryptocurrency is very volatile. It's a very volatile market. That's a bit of a shame, actually. I genuinely thought I had more XRP. There's $20 worth of XRP. Actually, don't need to refresh the blockchain. Where is my XRP chart? Received here. $14. I mean, it's grown. It's grown. So my XRP value, I bought $14 worth and now it's worth $20. So I mean, there's a little something, right? Something to say. Buy silver. Tumbleweed, we often hear people coming in here saying you should get silver and land and property. Here's the thing, dude. We're not interested in that on this stream. You can buy silver and you can buy real estate and you can buy land value, but that's not what we're interested in on these streams. This is specifically cryptocurrency. If you want to do a silver stream, I'd highly recommend Coin Captain. He does a lot of silver coin unveilings and searchings. I'm not interested in that, so I'll politely just say thanks but no thanks. Just like I'd say thanks but no thanks if someone said you should invest in sailing boats. You should invest in secondhand furniture from the store. I understand that these could be good investments. I'm not interested in that, and that's not what the stream is. It's a cryptocurrency stream. So yeah. I'm massively up on Hex. Right on, so am I, Redco. My Hex, dudes. I mean, Hex. Let's go back and have a look, folks. Let me quit out of Exodus because I'm not going to be doing anything there. Go Hex. Here's my hex stakes. I got to check out hex. So in total, my hex is worth $14,000. And as anybody that's seen these streams will know, I probably put about maybe $30 into that. 30. Now, before you all go, what? 30 becomes 14 grand. How does that? That's not all the hex that went into it, but me personally. So you recall when, this is before Big Payday, when the hexagons were en masse on DLive. There were hexagons in my chat. There were hexagons running around like crazy, and a lot of those hexagons donated hex to me. They said, dude, we want you to come on board. We want to get you involved. Check your MetaMask wallet. And I'd go in there and there'd be like 50 hex, 30 hex, 40 hex, 50 hex, just dropped in there. Now, here's the thing. People might say, well, isn't that Ponzi? Like they're giving away free coins. If you look at the history of crypto, and I've been learning about this just recently, a lot of coins were given for free at the initial launch phase, including Bitcoin. There were faucets, right, where you could earn Bitcoin from a faucet. Imagine that now. I mean, you can still earn Bitcoin in faucets, but you're not getting... Imagine earning 3 or 4 or 5 Bitcoin just by pressing a button over a course of a week. Imagine that now. So what I'm saying is these hexagons that came in obviously had onboarding coin that they were like, well, we've got a budget of this amount of hex that we can give out to people to get them involved, to get them in the system. Now they came in here and they did that for me. And what I'm saying is, of my own money, and it wasn't even my own money, it was BTT, which I had sitting in my Tronlink, which I hadn't staked on DLive, because that was when I was doing weekly stakes. I took all of that a few weeks in a row and dumped it in hex. And it worked out to be about $30. And the result of that, as it stands right now, $14,000. So everybody that said hex is a scam, hex is not going to earn you anything, there's 14. If I ended everything right now, I'd have $14,000. I'd be stupid to do that given the T-shares I've got and given my longevity of my stakes. Tumbleweed, I had 20 Bitcoin at one point. I spent them when they were like $1. Crikey. That's no good. So we've got stakes ending here in November 18. Sorry, my bad. The first one is 2021, this year, this November. This November, I've got a stake coming out, and then in November 2025, I've got a stake coming out. And then in December 2030 and January 2036, I've got both of my stakes, and everything comes out at that point. And by then, the value of a hex, well, that's T-share price. I was looking for the hex price. Where's the oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Where's the hex chart? That's the T-share price. I was looking for the actual hex price. Daily data. So you can go back to day one here. Current day. Click on the hex logo. Yeah, I thought I just did. That's the T-share price. I was looking for the hex price, but I think it's about 8 cents. It's dropped. It was hovering around 9.3 cents, and it was looking towards getting to 10 cents. So imagine. Okay, so what I probably should have said was my value here, my total value in US dollars, $14,000. That's when hex is sitting at around about 8 cents a coin. Could you imagine if that got to, let's just say, $1? If this is what the value of my hex is at 8 cents, hell, imagine it at 50 cents. Not even $1. Imagine it at 50 cents. Crikey, right? And those that said scam, 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 we had it in my chat from plenty of people saying that's a scam, dude. Don't be involved. Don't get involved. I didn't really get involved. The hexicans came and said, dude, we want you on board. Here's some hex. And when that happened, I was like, well, man, I'm going to put in some of my own as well then. I'm going to grab some BTT and chuck it in there. Convert it to hex. Off we go. We had a lot of fun doing that. It was a bit of a process, but we got there in the end. And I put in some hex. And I've staked it, and I staked it for the long term, 2036. I might not even be alive at that point. But if I am, beer's on me. Jack as well as beer. Yeah, intriguing stuff, folks. Very, very intriguing. Was there anything... Oh, you know what we're going to have a look at quickly? Let's have a look at this article from... where was it? I had the article... Where's my... The article was Coinbase. This is it. Let's have a look at this. Coinbase says the entire crypto market could be destabilized if Bitcoin's anonymous creator is ever revealed or if they sell their $30 billion stake. This is from April 14, day before my sister's birthday, this year. Cryptocurrency trading platform Coinbase, which is over 100 billion valuation, said Satoshi Nakamoto could top... Why is it playing a... What the fuck are these... What is with these websites? They're literally playing a video while I'm reading the story? Are you out of your mind? And it's not related. Watch a herd of elephants traveling hundreds of miles through China. This is the problem with the internet, right? Get the... now I've lost the track. Did you know you will get a fork on your hex on the pulse chain? Yes, I do know that, Redco. I'm aware of that. Actually, you know what? Let me just read this. Then I want to ask you a question about that, Redco. Coinbase will go public on. Oh, so this is just a plug for Coinbase. Oh, okay, so that's a pretty. Okay. So that article is pretty much just to pump the Coinbase going public. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what I want to ask you, Redco, I want to ask you something about that. So I'm assuming you're a Hexican. I could be wrong. If you are a Hexican, you may be able to answer this. You may not be able to answer it. You may not want to answer it. You may not have the answer. Business Insider AIN. Is that what the news, that story came from? So the question is, and I've asked this a few times and I still don't really have a solid answer. So I want to wrap the stream up with this Hex question. As it stands, Hex exists on the Ethereum blockchain. We all know that it's expensive to transact on that blockchain. Richard Hart knows that. He said, hey man, it's too expensive over there, so we're going to make our own. So this is where the fork comes from. So Richard Hart decides to fork Ethereum into his own thing. It's going to be called Pulse. As a Hex holder, and as anybody holding any ERC20 token, they're going to duplicate whatever you have in a private wallet, such as Metamask or Exodus. Whatever you have in those private wallets, they're going to duplicate on this Pulse chain for you to play with, right? For you to stake. There's also this concept of sacrificing coin. So sacrificing some ERC20 coins into Pulse Hex. There's also this talk of sacrificing your liquid Hex. Now I'm talking about ETH hex, not Pulse hex. So my question is, and it's a pretty simple theory, I suppose. You've got hex existing on the Ethereum chain. You've got this new one. The new one here is because it's so expensive to trade here. That's too expensive. So in a sense, leave that alone and play over here, because this is cheaper by a long shot, apparently. Margin, like fractional fees, right? Very, very small amount. Play here on Hex, on Pulse. Ignore that. Now, that's all cool, because if you've done the right thing, which we were told from the beginning, stake longer is better, that's fine, because you're not even going to touch that anyway. You saw my stakes. Mine go to 2036. I did the 5555, right? 2036. I'm not touching that. But if you've recreated it here, and the idea is that this is super cheap to play with, to transact with, isn't that going to devalue this? Isn't this naturally going to lose value? Because everybody will be over here using the one that's super cheap to play with, and they'll be like, well, forget that. Like that's just going to sit there, right? No one's going to touch that. And when it comes time to unstake, like people have stake ladders that lead up to the 5555, right? Like I've got them. I showed them to you. I'm not hiding anything. I've left this out there in the open. I've got a ladder that accumulates towards this long-term 15-year stake. So at some point, I'm still going to need to use the Ethereum blockchain to transact on. So by the very nature of having Pulse Hex to fix the issue of expensive fees here, it's not actually fixing anything. Okay, it's taking transactions off that exchange over here, so therefore there'll be less usage, which theoretically could lower pricing, but it's not actually fixing that problem. ETH 2.0 apparently will fix that problem. So then you've got this Pulse chain, which is sort of set up on its own, not really tied to ETH hex. So doesn't that just disappear? Doesn't that just drop in value? Because no one's going to be buying ETH hex. No one's going to be touching ETH hex. In fact, what we're seeing now is people saying you should have liquid hex. You should have liquid ETH hex. You've heard this, right? People have been saying you're gonna sacrifice your liquid hex. First of all, who has liquid hex when we were told staking and longer is better? So if you have liquid hex in your MetaMask, you've been playing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, right? You're not supposed to have liquid hex. You're supposed to have stakes, and longer is better. It literally says it there when you go to stake. Longer is better. So this is the verbiage and the message we've been given. Stake it, longer is better. And now all of a sudden there's talk about those people that have liquid hex in their MetaMask. Who has that? Where does that come from? It's for onboard no coiners, the Pulse chain. Pulse Hex is better for the small investors. Right. So I'm thrilled with what Hex is doing. I'm thrilled with what I'm seeing, the result. But is Pulse chain going to end all that and change all that? As good as it looks and as rad as it looks to see 14 grand sitting there after an investment of $30, as rad as that looks, does Pulse chain mess that up? And all of a sudden, you're not going to see 8 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1. You're going to see it go down because everybody's over on Pulse doing it there. Logically, in my mind, which isn't very smart with crypto, I'm not pretending to be anybody that I'm not, but when you see use of something and then a forking or a duplicating of it over here, suddenly everybody's using that. Well, then no one's going to touch that, so the value of that's going to disappear. Doesn't the value of something be determined by the usage of it and what people value it as? Well, if no one's touching that, that value is gone. Gone as easy as it came. That's how it looks to me. But there are hexagons who love the Ethereum. There are. So why is everybody going gaga for Pulse Chain? I understand the duplicating of your ERC20s, and this is like a beautiful thing. Richard's doing this just like he did at the beginning. He gave Bitcoin holders Hex, right? He was calling it Bitcoin Hex at first. Remember that? By the way, this is information that I've learned by going back in history after I came on board, because I didn't know about this before the big payday, or about a month leading into big payday was when I came on board. So I'm still very new to Hex, right? I'm just trying to logically conclude what I see will happen. And I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. That being said, for someone like me who is not holding any liquid Hex and who is not going to sacrifice any ERC20 coins, all I'm going to do is receive the duplicate on the Pulse chain, and immediately I'm going to stake that in whatever I've been given. Whenever the Pulse chain finally launches, whatever I've been given as a duplicate, I'm going to stake that shizzle in immediately. Is that right or wrong? Am I playing the game theory wrong at that point? I'm not going to take any of my Metamask and my Exodus stuff and sacrifice it. I'm not interested in sacrificing it. I understand the concept, but I want to hold some coins. I want to diversify, essentially. So what should I do? When Pulse Chain launches and suddenly there's a new wallet for me and it's got the duplicating of my ETH Hex, another 14 grand in this one, stake it, and done with it. Your stakes are also locked in Pulse, like on the Ethereum on day one. Oh, they're already done. They're already done, are they? They're already staked in for you. Okay, gotcha. So I won't actually technically have to do anything. It'll just happen. It'll just occur that I have a Pulse chain. I guess I got to get a wallet. I mean, I'm on the Telegram, but there's so much content banging on there that I kind of missed a lot. I should go back and read the pinned messages. Very intriguing. I'm not going to deny that it's not intriguing. And I tell you, man, the more I watch of Richard Hart, like going back in his YouTube channel and it's the same dates you already have. Okay, perfect. So it's just going to snapshot. The more I look at him and the more I see his, if you want an interesting watch, just go to Richard Hart YouTube channel and go to the playlist of interviews and go back in history and just watch them. Like I was bottling a home brew this morning. It takes like 3 hours all told, sterilizing bottles and blah, blah, blah. I had him playing no OBS. I don't want to update my OBS studio during a stream. You wallies. Why would you do that? Yeah, I'm watching all these old streams, and the more I learn about what he's doing and how he talks, the guy's a bit of a genius, right? No doubt about that. He's a genius. No, you can change the network on MetaMask. Oh, you can already do that, can you? Can I already see the Pulse chain network? Let me bring up my MetaMask then. You little genius. Can you do that already, can you? Here's Hex site. Here's my MetaMask. You can add a network account, Ethereum mainnet, Rob's 10 test network, Cavan test network. It's on testnet. Okay, Rinkeby testnet, Go Early test network, sidechain morph. Okay, is it worth doing if it's on testnet? If it's on testnet still, it's probably not worth doing. By the way, I've still got my ETH here ready for transacting. $22 worth. Thank you very, very much, Davo, for dropping some ETH in this afternoon. In here, activity. This ETH here, $5 of ETH was given to me today by Davey. Thank you, Davey. You need to add it manually. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother doing it. I don't think I'll bother. If it's just the test net, I'll just wait. I'll just wait for it, and I'm sure that there'll be notifications coming when it gets mainnet and we can add it there. But folks, I think that pretty much wraps it for this evening's cryptocurrency stream. My mind is buzzing. I'm not going to deny that. My mind is buzzing. I thought I had a little more. Yo, Zuxki, thank you for the diamond, man. Thanks, Benon. Have a good one, all. Thank you, Zuxki. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the diamond, dude. Much appreciation. I thought I had more money, more XMP to play with than I've only got $20 in there. It's not worth getting on Algorand for that. I'm gonna look into it though. I'm gonna look into some other options, and yeah, I got too much on this month to. I'm gonna do that crap in August, so I've got to pay a few bills. So, folks, well, my stream is going to come to a conclusion, but there are 27 Yahoos watching the content right now. Who's live on the machines of D's who would appreciate a 27 view host? I'll let you Yahoos decide who that is, and while you are deciding, I want to thank the financial contributions to the content here. Not just in Davey dropping some ETH into my MetaMask, but also earlier, James in Germany? Who dropped the, no, Rob Mack dropped in the Jack Behind Me fund down below. That was pretty rad, Rob Mack. Haven't heard that notification in so long, dude. It frightened me, actually. Frightened me. But I want to thank the financial contributions to the content. I do this full time. You know how it's done. I do the full-time thing. When you donate to me, you're basically saying, yo, Gibbs, keep doing what you're doing. Here's a little pat on your back to keep you along your way. I appreciate you doing that. And when you look to your chit chat, this is what D-Live like to highlight. The top 3 contributors to the channel, to this stream, sorry. Zuxki, Malpezi, and Chance Paladin. The top 3 right there. I got them right there. You got them right there. Zuxki, Malpezi, and Chance Paladin, thank you so much for the contributions you Yahoos have made to this stream. Hendrik says, Green Bay Wacky. I love the guy. He's live. Let's grab his handle. Green Bay Wacky is getting a hosty McHost. He's been live 1 hour and 44. Just music and light talk Wednesday morning. Green Bay Wacky. Let's give him a freaking host. Pop his handle in here. This is going to give us a confirmation warning right there. So folks, my stream's going to be going offline right now. It's going to say Gives a Minute is offline and hosting Green Bay Wacky. There'll be a yellow bar top of the screen. You know the deal. Click that button and then feel the Gives love. I'll see you all tomorrow for a call in with Safe. Yeah? This week. Nailed it.